Georgie boy. Why is that so quiet? Huh? Right, that one isn't working. Okay. Fucking hell. George, out of the way. Why is that so quiet? Hello. Hello, hello. Well, that's normal. So why is that so quiet?
It's the coronavirus, you must go outside now. It's the coronavirus, you must stay indoors now. It's getting very dangerous to go outside the place. It's the coronavirus, you must stay indoors. It's the coronavirus,
We do have
Yes,
not just the people
Amy,
come
are
and
you
stay
there?
overnight, and obviously the
I am, yeah.
the
I'm
important
here,
thing
it's working
as
here,
I
thank
said,
you very
it
much.
costs thousands of pounds
Oh, you
to
got
run the
me.
park
I've
each
got
day,
you. I'll
but
speak to you in a
through
minute.
doing our lodges and experiences,
Okay.
that obviously helps us generate income so that we can care for the animals and also support our conservation work. It's just at the Big Cat Sanctuary, where Paradise is open to the general public. The Big Cat Sanctuary, we set it up to just be something that was a little bit different, really. So it is more aimed towards people that want to do private experiences. Obviously, not like you see on Tiger King. It is just, guided tours, seeing the cats in a very natural way, but giving people an experience that they won't forget. And through that, we can fund all of our conservation work around the world. And just to give you an example of some of the work we've been doing, as I said, in January when we were out in Africa, we actually donated the first wildlife ambulance to the Ugandan wildlife authorities so they can actually help to transfer injured animals and also orphaned animals to sanctuaries and also back into national parks. So, we're trying our hardest to do a lot. For two little parks, we've got a lot of heart, and, it's our passion at the end of the day.
We'll have to talk to you again. It's fascinating. Just before we go, because we've got to go to take a commercial break. I've now
It's the coronavirus,
and, they're sitting on the
It's the
floor beside me.
coronavirus,
Now they've been in lockdown with me for the past 3 weeks or so. You're absolutely sure that they're not going to get this virus?
According to our vets and the scientists and the people that we're generally working with, at the moment they're saying there's no evidence to suggest that that could happen. Obviously, still try and take your dogs and that for a walk when you can, but obviously just make sure you're doing it sensibly and listening to what the government is saying. Obviously, we advise everyone to stay home and stay safe and listen to what the government are saying as well. Hopefully, the coronavirus will pass quickly. But in the meantime, obviously, we're going to keep doing what we're doing in terms of taking care of the animals to the best of our ability. And if anyone wants to help and support us, please visit our Just Giving page. Just type in Animal Support Fund on Just Giving, or visit our website, which is pwpark.com. And of course, just look up Paradise Wildlife Park on all forms of social media, and please show us your support, obviously, in this difficult time.
All right, matey. Thank you very much indeed. That's Aaron Whittle, who is the site planning coordinator at Paradise Wildlife Park. Had no idea it had anything to do with the place down from me. It's so tucked away out of the way. I often wonder,
Just
what
down the
would a
road
place
from
like the Big Cat Sanctuary, it's called, and you hear all sorts of stories.
If your
but there
dogs
we are.
develop a dry woof, I think then you should probably.
Do you know where they were?
Where?
They got behind the shed right at the top of the garden, and it was almost as if they couldn't find the way out again.
Yeah, well,
Although I think they've been investigating a hedgehog, because I heard some rustling in the leaves, and they don't look like they've got prickled noses, but there we are.
Oh, well, they're all right, then.
Oh, gosh, my heart sunk. I thought, oh, no. They found a hole in the fence they've got out, because they would, they just run round and...
You can buy some new ones.
I don't. Take a break.
Down the pet shop and order some more.
Across the UK, online, on DAB, and on your smart speaker.
The vast majority of people are doing the right thing.
Talk Radio.
At Tesco Mobile, we're here to help you stay connected. You can get the incredible iPhone XS with a dual camera for just £24.99 a month, which means you save £450. Join the 5 million customers staying connected with us. Search Tesco Mobile. Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
Ends 19th of April. Was 37.49, saving 12.50 monthly over 36 months. Must continue usage agreement with Tesco Mobile for 36 months to achieve saving. Subject to status terms apply. See tescomobile.com/terms.
This is a message from the government. Coronavirus is a national emergency, life-threatening for people of all ages everywhere in the UK. To help save lives, stay home. Only go outside for food, health reasons, daily exercise, or to work. But only if you cannot work from home. Stay home. Anyone can get it, and anyone can spread it. Coronavirus. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Talk Radio. Traffic and travel.
Starting off on the M1 southbound in South Yorkshire, the exit slip road at junction 31 Sheffield has been closed for emergency repairs. Traffic is coping well, however. Moving to London and Hornchurch, Southend Arterial Road has been closed due to a police incident at Hall Lane. And finally in Dagenham, the A13 westbound in London has been blocked due to an accident at Grosbrook interchange. Please only drive if it is absolutely essential. I'm Katie McLaren.
Talk Radio.
Keep connected with round-the-clock news, essential information, and expert insight.
This is about the safety and security of the British people.
Keeping you right up to date, even when you're locked down.
The measures are in place. They are making a difference.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app. Talk Radio. Across the UK, James Whale on Talk Radio.
Down in and down so low. And your head over your shoulder, and you can hear the wind blow. Can't you hear the wind blow, my love? Can't you hear the wind blow?
Is that the dogs?
Yeah. Something's worrying him out there, I've no idea. When we finish the show, I'll go out and investigate.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. I mean, that's the last thing you should do.
In the garden, I'm not going out.
Well, no, but he might have an intruder in the garden.
What? That's Otis Redding and Down in the Valley, by the way. He was right. That is a brilliant song, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've forgotten that. I hadn't heard that for a long, long time. Now, I've just seen a tweet from Sutton Valence School. It's very nice, isn't it?
Why?
I've followed them. I will follow them. Mr. Farrell was on this evening's James Whale show. Listen to it now. They've put it out. So if anybody can help, Sutton Valence is one of many schools around the country, I think, that have been making masks. You know, the face masks that go over the whole face. For NHS workers and also other emergency
I'm just worried
workers,
that, school kids making it, and they'd like be sweet stuck to it and things like that stuck to the...
Don't be stupid. This is quite serious, Ash, thank you. So they've run out, they made 500, making them in their science labs, and they've run out of the materials to do it, so they wanted, what was that stuff called?
Acetate, was it?
Acetate, that's right, acetate, yeah. Or if you go on the Sutton Valence website, or if you just looking at this now, Sutton Valence School at SVS News, or get in touch with us here, and we'll put you in touch with them.
You stop that dog. That dog.
What? Yeah, now I've got him there sparking.
He's trying to tell us something.
Yeah. Dog, shush. What was that? I heard something else in the background.
That's the intruder.
Oh, hang on.
What? Are you all right, man?
Yeah, I'm just trying to stop him. Never mind. James, I'm so worried about coming into contact with a guy from the chemist yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I read this
I didn't tell him to leave my medication on my mat. He took my money and came back to give me all my change. And because I wanted to clear my debt to the chemist of £1.60 and his money for my delivery. Really worried and scared. Oh, have you? When did you do
I
this?
said it,
When I was out. Oh, right, okay.
You're out.
Shall we just go to the guest?
Yeah, we've got
we go
Josh.
to the guest?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Trump has warned, he was warned in January of COVID-19's devastating impact. Memos reveal with New York City braces itself for the possibility of temporary burial sites in city parks. Doesn't sound good at all, does it?
No.
Josh Clancy is the Washington bureau chief at the Sunday Times, and he joins us now. Josh.
Hi, James. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm okay. It's all going wrong over there, isn't it?
Yes. Well, yes and no. I mean, mostly yes. Yeah.
Has your mum been on the phone to work out if you're okay?
Well, actually, to be honest, I've been on the phone to her. She's had what we think is a virus the last 2 weeks. So I've mostly been calling home when I wake up every morning to check she's okay. But she's out the woods now, thankfully.
That's good.
Good.
But yeah, no. The numbers are obviously very bad in America and rather bleak. I mean, New York had its highest death toll today in the last 24 hours of 731 new deaths. So that the top line numbers are pretty bleak, but there are hints of a flattening. Numbers coming out of California are looking pretty good, and although deaths in New York are increasing, the actual number of people being admitted to hospital is going down. So a couple of weeks ago it was 20% a day increases in hospital admissions. It's now down to 4% increase a day.
Which is lucky because it was. I mean, that ship, the Comfort, was at full. I think they're at full capacity now. I don't think they can take anymore.
Really? Yeah, they were taking originally non-coronavirus patients in order to free up hospital space for the pandemic. But anyway, so there are indications that distancing may be working. That that there may be some light at the end of the tunnel, but it's day to day things are pretty bleak.
Why do you think New York has got it so badly?
Well, I mean, if you've been to New York, it's filthy at the best of times. Huge amount of travel coming in and out of the place. Massive population density. I mean, New York's twice as dense, pretty much, as any other American city. And that seems to be where it arrived and spread first. And they weren't really prepared for it. I don't think their mayor, Bill de Blasio, has covered himself in glory either.
What's he done?
Well, he was a bit like Trump in a way, in that he was quite very slow to acknowledge the gravity of what was going on. Didn't lock down the city early enough. Didn't really communicate to people what they should be doing and when until the virus was pretty widespread. So failures of leadership, but it was always going to be New York, the same way it was always going to be London, I think, because just the amount of travel and the density of population.
And is it a lot to do you think, with the fact that Trump seemed not to take it that seriously at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, certainly that didn't help, although no one in New York listens to Donald Trump anyway, if they can avoid it. But, no, look, obviously, the president made some missteps, and didn't say what he might have done to really push people towards taking greater precautions. But, I mean, if you just go on the New York subway, I mean, you think about the amount of people who vape there, the air quality there, just the general lifestyle in a place like New York, it's not surprising that that's where things have gone wrong. Well, on that point about the temporary burial sites, the mayor and the governor have said that they're not actually preparing the parks for burials. They have got a space somewhere in the Bronx that they might use if things get really bad, but they're not there yet. So,
do we know in New York, for argument's sake, how many more people are dying since the virus than were dying normally without it?
Yeah, I think on an average day in the city at the moment, 3 times as many people are dying as they would usually. I think an average day in New York, 158 people die, and that's now about 3 times. Yeah.
Because I mean, the population in New York is much bigger than London, isn't it?
No.
Well, the city itself is not. The sort of whole conurbation urban sprawl around it is considerably bigger. Yeah.
It's very concentrated, isn't it, in New York?
The actual population of the city is about 8 or 9 million, I think, which is pretty similar to
But it's
London.
like half the deaths in the whole of the states were from New York. I don't know if that's still the same.
Yeah, not quite half, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
And New Jersey, which much of which really is part of New York and the sort of grand sprawl of it all.
Because it seems now that you've got a bigger rate of spread of this virus than they had in China. And China's saying now that it's not spreading anymore. And also, Beijing apparently hasn't been affected at all.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I
you don't believe
that can't be right,
Chinese,
can it?
I hate the Chinese figures with a healthy bucket of salt, to be honest.
Fake news, isn't it?
And nobody's got it in North Korea either.
If you look at the way the Chinese graphs just flatten out, it doesn't seem logical at all. I think we have to be very cautious on their figures. But certainly America's on its way to being, well, it has the most cases, but it's on its way to having, even given its size, the biggest outbreak.
Will the mayor have problems for when it comes time for election from all this?
Well, de Blasio is unbelievably unpopular already, despite having, he's in his second term. I don't think he'll be running again, to be honest. Because he's one of these people who manages to be disliked by people of every political stripe. Not quite sure how he does it, but
what does he do? I mean, who is the mayor now?
He's called Bill de Blasio. He's sort of very tall. He actually ran for president this year, and I think
that's right. I remember.
Couldn't even get his own family to vote for him.
Like Boris Johnson was like that.
Well, yeah, yes. But de Blasio is particularly famous for going to the gym at a very inappropriate moment. He's obsessed with his kind of Zumba routine or whatever, and manages to irritate everyone when he does that.
He is irritating, when he speaks.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is going to be the next step in America then? Because, Josh, I cannot see how America can get back quickly to the way it was. Its economy is like all our economies, yet the Chinese seem to be recovering remarkably well. They're going to have the biggest economy in the world after all this is done.
Well, yeah. Again, I would take Chinese figures a little cautiously, but yes, it's going to be a long road back. I think what America's trying to do is that they're talking about another congressional stimulus. They've already pumped $2 billion into the economy. There's more to come, so they're going to blow up their national debt to keep the whole show on the road. And I think they're going to hope that, as Trump would put it, America's sort of private sector will see a rocket ship recovery when this is over. But you know, it's such a extended outbreak of the virus here that it's really going to take a long time to get the country operating on full power again.
And we can't see
well, listen, my friend, you stay safe, and
and you
keep wearing your face. Well, I'm in shutdown. Listen, me and the dogs, we haven't been out really for 3 weeks.
Well, we've got our masks in the post somewhere, but they seem to be taking a lot longer than expected. So I've got my striped bandana that I wear.
Yeah, they'll probably be made in China anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, look on the bright side of all this. I mean, North Korea is completely COVID virus free.
Amazing.
Well, people in North Korea have got bigger problems, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got a very good point. Okay, what time is it there, Josh?
What time is it? It's just about to be 5 o'clock.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Almost time for a drink.
Time for tea.
Time for a cup of tea, at least.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers,
bye, mate. Josh Clancy, Washington Bureau Chief at the Sunday Times. And I have been to New York a few times. I wouldn't want to be there now, would you?
Well, no, not now. no. It's a great place, though, great city. Yeah, but no.
It is a great place, and like everybody else, I just thought I've walked into a movie.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like, everyone goes, New York really is mainly Manhattan, and that's quite a small.
Yeah.
What everyone sees.
Yeah.
I mean, the state's enormous. It's one of the biggest states in America, but it's not very
I
big.
haven't been round the whole state, have you?
No.
I've been round a lot of Chicago and.
Yeah, I've been around Chicago and that. Yeah. But I've been up north. I've been up north and Connecticut and all that. Vermont, beautiful.
Right, just to finish, we've got to go. The time has rushed away again.
You won't be able
This
to hear me
is,
because
from John, he says,
you
I've
won't be able
just
to hear
been
me.
out to look at the moon. Ash is right, it's very close.
Yeah.
I had to duck. And Susan should definitely phone 111 from Nikki and many, many others. Thank you very much indeed. Ian Lee is next, and we'll be back tomorrow at 7. You get kind of mental messages from your plants.
No, yeah. Like what?
And if you don't, there's something wrong with you.
I mean,
When I get back, you'll be so old you're not working anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know exactly how long this is going to last, man. Brown sauce, and the thing was 2014, but it was sealed. I opened it and it was beautiful.
I've got loads of mirrors.
That's vanity.
Control. I get, every time I walk past myself, I get a big kick.
You dig a hole, you put the plant in and the seeds, you pour water on, and it comes, grows itself, and then you eat it or look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Business, business, breakfast.
Because that's your second string to your bow, isn't it?
Yeah,
business?
breakfast.
I've decided that the time has come for me to be some curmudgeonly old so-and-so sitting on an upturned bucket on the allotment moaning about people like you.
and give you a kiss.
No thanks, man. You've done that, you've tried that.
Hello! Hello! I'm telling my YouTubers I bought some nice cheese.
Talk Radio.
Because you can't watch Trolls World Tour at the cinema, Sky Store is bringing the cinema home to you with Sky Store Premiere.
I'm going to destroy all music, except for rock!
We need to unite the trolls to save all music.
Our brand new service that lets you watch movies at home that would normally be in the cinema.
Rock and roll! Let's go save the world!
Prepare for battle. This ought to be good. Enjoy Trolls World Tour from Monday on Sky Store Premiere, bringing the cinema to you.
I'm Rebecca Pritchard, Director of Services at Crisis. We're all affected by the coronavirus outbreak, but we are seeing people who are homeless being hit especially hard, and people want to know how they can help. Our staff are still working to provide the vital support and advice people need, and we're funding local homeless charities so together we can reach more people. Please give £25 to help provide essential care for those in need. In these uncertain times, it's a time to pull together and help each other. Please search Crisis and make a donation today. Thank you.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Talk Radio on the Hour Headlines.
Good evening, I'm Daryl Jackson. The Foreign Secretary says the Prime Minister's a fighter and he's confident he will pull through after spending the night in intensive care with COVID-19 symptoms. He'll spend another night in intensive care tonight. Dominic Raab says Boris Johnson's receiving standard oxygen treatment and his progress is being monitored closely.
As will be the case for many people up and down the country who know someone at work who's fallen ill with the coronavirus, it comes as a shock to all of us. He's not just the Prime Minister, for all of us in Cabinet, he's not just our boss, he's also a colleague and he's also our friend.
Well, Dominic Raab stepped in to deliver the coronavirus briefing again today while the PM remains in hospital. He's reassured people that government has very clear directions and very clear instructions on how to tackle the coronavirus pandemic.
Following the Cabinet discussion today, I can reassure the Prime Minister and we can reassure the public that his team will not blink and will not flinch from the task at hand at this crucial moment.
Meanwhile, England's chief medical officer admits the UK has a lot to learn from Germany's coronavirus response. The rate of growth in deaths has been slower than ours, and Professor Chris Whitty says that's because testing has been higher and was started earlier. The government's chief scientific officer said today that the number of new cases of COVID-19 could be going in the right direction, but Sir Patrick Vallance also says it won't be clear for a week or so. Meanwhile, England's Chief Medical Officer, Professor Chris Whitty, also admitted care homes will provide some of the biggest challenges during this pandemic.
We have seen already over 9% of care homes have reported cases. I regret to say I think the number will go up over time, despite excellent work by the care home staff, by nurses who go in and by doctors.
Well, former Chancellor Lord Lamont sent his good wishes to the Prime Minister and told Talk Radio that he is a strong leader.
It's shown real optimism, not unrealistic optimism, but optimism that we will get through this the stronger and that we will succeed in overcoming the virus. And I thought, goodness, the government is much weaker without him.
Across the UK today, the number of recorded deaths of patients with COVID-19 has risen by 786 since yesterday. It takes a total number to 6,159. And 750,000 NHS volunteers in England have now started work. Their tasks may include driving patients to appointments, delivering food and medicines, or telephoning those who are self-isolating. On to the weather, looking ahead to tomorrow, cloud and outbreaks of rain across parts of Northern Ireland and northern and western Scotland. Elsewhere, mostly dry and warm with sunny spells.
Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
It's the coronavirus, you mustn't go outside now. It's the coronavirus, you must stay indoors now. It's getting very dangerous to go outside the place. It's the coronavirus, you must stay indoors. It's the coronavirus, you must stay indoors. Don't listen to what other people say. They say you can go outside, but you must stay in. It's the coronavirus. Stay indoors, everyone, please.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Cheers for humanity. Hip, hip, hooray. No fears or insanity. We can stop this today. If we're in solidarity, we can make this go away. Stay home and just let your heart play. Stay home and just let your heart play. Because we're all in this together. Hey, we're all in this together. Calls for desperate measures. Let's do what's right and stay inside. Stop the spread, keep up the fight. 'Cause we're all in this together.
Why does life have to be
Let's
so
hear it
sad?
for humanity. We'll see another day. Singing from our balconies to drive the blues away. Let's all just put our minds at ease and practice what we pray. Stay home and just let your heart play. Stay home and just let your heart play. Because we're all in this together.
Please don't go.
Calls for desperate measures.
Oh, God.
Let's do what's right and stay inside. Stop the spread, keep up the fight. 'Cause we're all in this together.
Oh, there we go. Just stop. Just stopped. Just stopped, Catherine. It just stopped. And
Thought we were
that,
in trouble.
in so many ways, is symbolic of the situation we find ourselves in, as the threat of coronavirus shows that everything that we initially thought was stable in our society is actually very, very fragile. And the fact that the computer decided to freeze at that precise moment in time, I think, really does sum up where we are in 2020 as COVID-19 ravages the country. But it does not ravage the late night alternative. Sure, it might stop songs I'm playing on Bandcamp. It will not stop the giggles. My name is Ian Lee. Who the hell are you, lady?
Catherine Boyle, as if that's any of your business.
Catherine Boyle is an award-winning producer. She has spent 20 years sleeping her way to the middle of this industry. And yet, tonight...
What fun it was.
Tonight, she has spent about 15, 20 minutes trying to connect from her home studio with Amy and going, no, it's not working, it's not working. Ian, could you phone me, please? It's not working. I phone her up. Cass, just calm down. Let's not panic. Let's not panic. I can't hear the studio, Ian. They can hear me. I can't hear them. Okay. Have you plugged your headphones in? Ah. Okay, bye. That was it.
Let me give you some words of wisdom
Yes.
that my mother used to give me in my teenage years when I'd get a zit right in the middle of my face
Yeah.
just before, I don't know, school disco or whatever. She would say, sometimes these things happen to give everyone else a chance. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, everyone else has got a chance because I made a big old boo-boo because I'm just a human being. I'm just human. I'm just a person.
Kath's Big Old Boo-Boos is the name of her sex tape. 03 44 499 1000. I've got to keep my voice down because my kids are upstairs. Are you awake, kids? Yeah, they're awake. This is me keeping my voice
Hello,
down.
kids.
Yeah, they're not listening. They're watching Dan Tudhams playing some rubbish on YouTube. They're watching some YouTubers shove Watsits up their bum holes because that's what the kids like watching. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Philip. Good evening, Philip.
Good evening, Ian, and good evening,
Oh,
Catherine.
it's Philip in South Norwood. Philip, hang on a second. We have to be ever so slightly careful because there's ever such a slight delay. So we have a rule here. If one of us speaks, we just power through it and we hope everybody else shuts up. It doesn't always work. But I'm glad you phoned me, Philip, because you sent us a really sad text yesterday that I didn't get the chance to read out.
Yes, at the time, Ian, yes. But the thing was that this afternoon, I thought of you. I was watching television, you see, and I was watching the quiz show Tenable. Did you see it this afternoon?
I didn't see it this afternoon. I know I was asked to go on it once and I turned it down, but I didn't see it this afternoon. Was I a question?
Right, the reason Carrie, yes. Yes.
Was I a question?
Over.
Over, Commander, yes?
It's a full moon tonight, guys. This is the caliber of calls you can expect. Your turn to speak now, Philip.
Right. The question this afternoon, and I thought of you the moment I heard the question, that this was the question.
Sexy guys.
Name the first 10 words of 5 letters or more in the lyric of I'm a Believer by the Monkees.
Oh, my God. So give me that question.
The question is, name the first words of 5 letters or more in the lyric of I'm a Believer by the Monkees. The word believer is not included.
Okay, thought.
I've got them in front of me.
I've got them inside of me, Philip, and I'm about to get them. You want all 10, yeah? Here they come. Here they come. Thought.
Yes.
Fairy tales.
Yes.
Meant.
Yes.
Someone.
Yes.
That's.
That? No.
No, that's.
That's, no.
No, well, that's got 5 letters, and I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed.
Yes, seemed is there.
See,
yes.
what you're doing there, Ian, is just saying the words.
Yeah, no, but I'm emphasising. Sorry, was it not obvious? I'm emphasising the words that have 5 letters or more. That has 5 letters or more.
There were restrictions, Ian. I've got the list in front of me.
There were restrictions.
The contestant one. We had the words are.
No, don't tell me. What? How dare you? How dare you, Philip? Come on to my show and lecture me on words of 5 letters or more, excluding believer from the Monkees song I'm a Believer. But that's Catherine, is that a 5-letter word?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well.
That's.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that is not there, Ian.
Hang on a minute. All right, hang on. I can assure you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Thought. Fairy tales. Meant for someone.
But not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way.
That's. He says that.
Oh yes. So Ian. There were restrictions, as I said, because I think apostrophes were out as well.
Flipping heck.
Go.
I was so close then,
Well,
Philip,
I'll
to
tell
the
you what-
first time in my career calling you an F, calling you an effer. That's how close I was.
Well, here's the words if you would like to know.
I
what
know
they
them.
are.
Catherine, please tell him before I kill him.
Oh. Ian, I'm
Well,
only...
we could have-
Listen, I'm not Warwick Davis. I'm a bit
We could have
taller
done
than
with
Warwick
knowing the restrictions before we embarked upon this, what turns out to be folly.
This is not folly. This is very, very important, Catherine, and that's disrespectful. Right, we'll go again. I will tell you the words.
No,
Now,
folly that you're going after that when apostrophes are not allowed.
I'm going to shove a folly up your jacksie. Philip, I will tell you the words. Now I know that... are there any other made-up, ridiculous rules that I should be aware of?
No, I'll tell you what, Ian. I was trying to make sure I got it right. I do apologise, but I've got, as I say, I wrote the words down.
Okay.
So I was able to...
Here we go. Okay. I thought fairy tales meant someone...
Yes.
Seemed...
Yes.
Disappointment...
Yes.
Haunted...
Yes.
Dreams...
Yes. One more.
Hang on, I've only done 8.
No, you've given me 9.
Okay. What does I say? What dreams? Doubt.
No.
I'm very suspicious.
Begins with a T. Begins with a T.
If it's that, I'm actually going to come and infect you with COVID-19.
Do you know the answer, Ian? Do you want to know what it is? The answer is trace.
I'll give you that. How you doing, Philip? Because your text yesterday, you sounded a little bit lonely. Are you all right?
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure. To be truthful, the thing was I wasn't sure which way your show was going to go, whether you were going to go, you know. So I thought to myself, you know, I tell you what I've been doing, Ian, to keep yourself
Masturbating furiously.
I've been on YouTube, and I've been taking day trips on YouTube.
Here we go. Where have you been, Phil?
Well, I've been from New York to Montreal. I've been down from Miami down to Key West. I've been from Los Angeles to Las Vegas by high-speed car.
Wowzers! That sounds impressive.
And honestly, do you know the one that I really enjoyed was a local one from Hastings to Ashford through Romney Marsh. It was fantastic. And don't forget London to Brighton in 4 minutes. That's a good one.
Nice one. Philip, listen, I really felt for you yesterday when I saw your text. You can call in whatever the mood, up, down, left, right. You come in. You know we cover all bases, my friend. Don't be lonely.
No.
Don't be lonely. You're very welcome.
As I say, I mean, you know me. I'm not, but I just felt I didn't know which way the show was going to go.
It goes whichever way you lot want it to go, my friend. Philip, always nice to talk to you.
Okay,
Stay safe.
All the best.
Take care. 0344 499 1000. Catherine, I've just seen on the YouTube that you've kind of implied that conversation was boring. Actually, it was very, very important.
No, I just think that the premise of the question could have been set out very early at the top, and it's probably about 5 minutes longer than it needed to be. Anyway, crack on, it's fine.
This is, let's play some ads while Catherine has a long, hard think. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
For over 4.5 billion years, evolution has shaped the world. And for decades, wall cladding has evolved to become
Cladtech bathroom panels, the obvious choice for bathroom walls. At Cladtech, we've a huge selection of high-quality bathroom panels to give your bathroom an impressive new look. Cladtech bathroom panels are super easy to install and mean no more grout ever.
until the end of time.
So for your walls and floors, visit cladtech.com.
This is a message from the government. Coronavirus is a national emergency, life-threatening for people of all ages everywhere in the UK. To help save lives, stay home. Only go outside for food, health reasons, daily exercise, or to work. But only if you cannot work from home. Stay home. Anyone can get it, and anyone can spread it. Coronavirus. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, we are in quarantine. We are in lockdown. God damn it, COVID-19. I'm going to kick your ass. I must admit, I have been bemused, Catherine, and I've just seen David Baddiel's done a tweet about it, and it's something that it's kind of grown as the day has gone on, right? We know our Prime Minister is in intensive care. He's not on a ventilator. He has been given oxygen. He hasn't got pneumonia. But this is a very serious situation, and I genuinely wish him well. But the number of his friends and colleagues who've gone, well, I know Boris. He's a tough guy. He will beat this. It's not. It doesn't quite. Have I got this wrong? It doesn't quite work like that, does it? If I know Boris, and I do, he will beat this coronavirus hands down.
Yeah. It kind of takes away from the hard work and effort that the medical teams are putting into making sure that people get the very best possible treatment. Because if you could beat it hands down, you would have surely sorted it out by now. Here's the thing. If I ever get ill, please don't talk about me like that, because it's terrible.
It's not mind over matter, right? It's not. He's a very determined man, and he got Brexit done, and now he's going to will COVID-19 out of his... You saw how he treated Juncker. You wait until the coronavirus meets him for negotiations. And look, please, I'm not making light of the situation. Genuinely, I've blocked a few people today on Twitter who were wishing all kinds of horrible things on him. I don't like the bloke. I don't like his politics. But I do not want him to die. I want him to get better. So please, I'm not making any fun of the condition. I'm just pointing out the strangeness, the weirdness, the incongruity of a lot of his colleagues, doing that. If anyone can beat it, Boris can beat it. Okay, that's how illness works, is it? Okay, all right. And if he does beat it, hang on a second. If Boris has always been capable of beating it, we should be sucking off his blood, shouldn't we? I mean, be injecting it into all of us. I wish him well. I really, genuinely, 100% wish him well. But I don't like this machismo and this bravado and this. David Baddiel says it's all a bit get recovery done. It doesn't quite make sense.
No. I mean, if the words could do it, there have been plenty of people who would have definitely tried harder. I mean, is that what they're saying? That, some people get ill and other people are made of sterner stuff? It's absolute balls. And also, it's dangerous because there are people in this country, and I've been watching quite a bit of John Oliver. He's brilliant at this stuff, right? And he flagging up these kind of generally right-wing commentators saying things like, I'm not going to let this ruin my, my civil rights. I'm going to go out on the street and I'm not going to take it, and I'd rather take this on. It's like, you don't take it on. You get it, and you either get through it or you don't, right? It's not to do with any kind of force of will, because otherwise there are plenty of people who I'm sure would have got through it too. It's awful.
This is really interesting.
It's the sort of language that it's lazy. It's wishful thinking.
God, I have to say, dear listener, if you're new to the show, Catherine and I are certainly not lazy. You won't hear any lazy journalism, or you won't hear any journalism, but you won't hear any lazy broadcasting. There was a brilliant Ofcom. I'm a big fan of Ofcom. They, it's not Ofcom, is it? Sorry, it's Ofgem. Ofgem, who monitor the radio and the TV and all of that. And if you've got a complaint about something you hear, not that you just thought it was rubbish, if you've got a complaint thinking something was rubbish on radio or TV, well, the advice from the industry is, get a life, losers. But if you've heard something that you think is potentially harmful or dangerous, you complain to Ofgem. Did you see this one the other day? Ofgem has taken action against a community radio station after it broadcast a discussion that contained potentially harmful views on the coronavirus. Did you see this, Kath?
No, go on.
Oh, this is great. This is great. A programme on, be careful how you say this, son, Uckfield FM, featured a guest who was presented to listeners as a health professional. Their views included claims that the coronavirus outbreak was linked to the rollout of 5G technology, and they also cast doubt over reported symptoms of the virus. During the current pandemic, it's important that potentially misleading information is not broadcast. This includes inaccurate claims from whack jobs about potential causes, symptoms, and treatments. So basically, this radio station got in big trouble because this guy, medical expert, in inverted commas, comes on and goes, well, of course, yes, the coronavirus is caused by the rollout of 5G. And the bullshiner went unchallenged. Complaint upheld. Beautiful. Now, can this be a turning point, please, dear God, in broadcasting, in the area of broadcasting? If people come on the radio and spout bullshine, they have to be challenged and picked up on it.
Yeah, quite right. You know, such as people who come on and start talking about sending thoughts and prayers rather than putting their faith in experts and science. That kind of vibe.
Well, no, hang on a second now. Oh, whoa, hey, now we're sailing close to the off-jam wind. Because we, well, yeah, I kind of agree with you, but we have to respect people's rights to pray to an invisible imaginary God. So we have to respect their rights, but we are allowed to say, I'd rather take medicine.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not even taking away from that. It's the, you know, for example, the person we spoke to yesterday who thought that prayer was somehow a decent replacement for treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
You know, it's not. I don't take away anyone's comfort in being able to, you know, think positively, target their thoughts, meditate, anything like that. But let's not pretend it's as powerful as medicine.
Speaking of comfort, and Jim the Dancer and Alan, we will come to you shortly, but boy, oh boy, the conversazione is flowing like, well, like all of the smoothies that I bought today, thick and slowly. But what is this about weighted blankets, Catherine? I'm reading a lot about weighted blankets, and I'm so tempted to invest. I'm so tempted. Tell me what you know. Give me the deets.
Well, I've been eyeing up weighted blankets for a few months. They are quite expensive if you want a proper one, apparently. But it's the same kind of thought behind swaddling babies, I suppose, that we like to feel secure.
Yeah.
And if you have trouble sleeping, perhaps a weighted blanket would make you feel hugged.
Loved.
I guess.
Hugged, yes.
Yeah.
Do you, so you strike me as the kind of person...
I like being swaddled up. I like being...
dirty. Yeah, dirty. I like being swaddled. What does swaddling mean? I've confused swaddling with a sex act, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
no, swaddling just means, you know, tucked in. Do you remember when
Oh,
you used to
no,
go and
I've got
stay
it right,
at your
Betsy.
grand's, for example?
Yes.
And she'd put you in bed, but she'd tuck the blankets in really tight so you couldn't move. That.
Oh, yes. So, have you got one yet?
No, too expensive. Okay. And also, you know, I share a bed with someone who likes to be free. So, no.
Here we go. What is... Aren't people insane? Someone who doesn't follow me. Ian Lee and Catherine, your observation just now of all the right-wingers that you disagree with is disgusting. What? You've clearly chosen not to see the nasty comments from the left scum wishing Boris dead. Typical lefty name calling. Are you listening? I said I blocked a load of people that wished horrible things to the man. What are you talking about, you absolute melt? Dear God, I'm blocking you. Goodbye, and you'll see that as a big.
Well, I hope whatever trouble that person's having today is getting better.
So weighted blankets are the way forward.
Why cry out for attention in that way when you've not listened? Apparently.
Weighted blankets are the way forward. Alan Caddick, have you got a weighted blanket?
Hiya, boss.
Okay, and answer the question.
God. What's the question?
Jesus, wet like a baby, man. Alan Caddick.
I'm not wet like a baby.
Have you got a weighted blanket?
No, I haven't.
Okay, what have you called in for tonight?
I called in with some good news. I'm going to make preparations for next year, if possible.
Okay, go on.
Because, this year I was supposed to go to Aintree, but they postponed it to next year.
Yes?
I'm planning to go for the 3 days, and I've got my tickets booked for next year.
Didn't you tell us that yesterday? I'm having ever such a sense of deja vu all over again.
I said I was thinking about it.
And now you've booked the tickets?
Yes.
Okay, that's great news.
And for tickets for Thursday and Friday, it cost more than the tickets I paid for the Saturday.
I struggle to understand any of this, or I have no response to the words you're saying.
Well, put it this way. The tickets for Thursday and Friday, they cost more money than the ticket I paid for the Saturday.
What do you mean? I can't believe I'm going to extend this conversation. But I could cut it off now and we'd be satisfied, but I'm going to because I'm a nice guy. Do you mean Thursday and Friday added up together is more than Saturday?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because that's 2 days compared to 1 day.
I mean, it was $310.80 for Saturday.
I don't...
And that's how much I've paid already.
Okay. I mean, what do you want? Do you want Kath to give you some money for it, or what?
I would like a GoFundMe page set up.
Alan, you go and do that, my friend. 0344 499 1000, and I wish you the very, very best of luck. I'm getting information, Catherine, some breaking news. Am I allowed to do this?
Well, it depends what it is.
It's from Twitter.
What information are you getting?
It's breaking news, so I don't know. I don't know the veracity
I
of
would
this.
suggest not then, if it's from Twitter and it's
I'm going to do
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
What? Okay, so thanks for asking.
Okay. Well, you're the producer who didn't know that her headphones weren't plugged in.
So it's not verified. It's not verified, and it's from Twitter.
Okay.
So no.
Okay, so I'm doing it. This is from Tracy, and Tracy says, "My son brought me a gravity blanket for Christmas." So these weighted blankets, it would appear, and we, as you say, Catherine, you're absolutely right to point this out. This is from Twitter. We do not have it verified. But Tracy is suggesting that weighted blankets are actually called gravity blankets. Breaking news there.
According to you and Tracy,
You wanna go?
I'm distancing myself.
Unbelievable. This is Talk Radio.
Julia Hartley Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio with up-to-the-minute breaking news, expert guidance and non-stop conversation.
Frontline NHS staff are saying we haven't got the equipment.
Unparalleled radio for unprecedented times.
It's not going to last forever, and we are going to save lives just by staying at home.
Julia Hartley Brewer at breakfast, weekday mornings from 6:30 on Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
You can watch the show if you go to youtube.com/Ian Lee. Look for the live feed. You can watch the show, and I've got a just flicking through the cameras there like a psychedelic riot. I've got a multi-camera setup, and I've got a fluorescent sign. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. I'm Ian Lee. Catherine Boyle is over there. Good evening, Katarina Boylski. There we go.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to disconnect and reconnect because this delay is bloody awful.
May I suggest, Catherine, you disconnect from the vodka that you drink before each show? That would be my suggestion. She's gone. She's gone. Get rid of her. Get rid of her, Amy. We get rid of her. Slowing the show down. I want to go to Jim the Dancer. Good evening, Jim.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm very well. Are you speaking from inside a teapot?
No, it's just a mobile phone. Does it sound funny?
It just sounds a little bit like that. But we can survive. We can survive. What you got for us, mate?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now, my friend. Hear you now. Yes.
Okay. Well, I haven't been really doing much lately with all this carry on, but
carry on Corona.
I'm making a I'm making a full-size crow model, which I've always wanted to make. So
Now, when you say a full-size crow, you mean a crow outfit for you to dress up in?
Yeah, that's correct. I'll get inside it. Yeah.
Okay, get inside a crow. Okay, Catherine's back.
Hello, Kath.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah. The beak opens up and the wings open up as well.
I love it. And what? But hang on. All right, hang on. Let's try and work out, Catherine, what song? Because for those who don't know, Jim the Dancer, Google him or look on YouTube. He makes videos to him dancing. That's why he's called Jim the Dancer. I don't know what the Jim bit is for. I'm guessing that came from his parents. Probably short for James or Jamathan. But Catherine, he's dressing up as a crow. What song do you reckon he's going to be dancing to?
Crow-based song.
It's too dark for the birdie song.
Is it something from the early 90s? With when we were all Raven.
Raven.
It could be.
Is it the Black Crows? Is it a song by the Black Crows?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay. So you haven't got a song chosen yet?
No, I haven't. No, but any song goes with it.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward. And when do you think you're going to? When do you think you're going to have that up and ready to go?
Well, I've got the head on the Facebook page, to show off, but I'm still building it. It should take a couple of more months.
All right, hang on. Let's have a little look.
But I can post it on your fan page site if you want.
Let's have a little look at your Facebook page. My internet's going a little bit slowly. Hang on. You're a good-looking man, Jim. I miss you, mate. I can't see it, but I'll have a proper look later on. My internet's being a little bit dicky tonight. Are you safe?
Yeah, okay.
And well? Are you cleaning your hands? Are you staying indoors?
Yeah, I'm being a good little boy.
Good little boy. Otherwise, Daddy's going to smack your bottom. Stay safe, Jim. You're one of the good ones.
Okay, it's good to hear you both. Yeah.
Nice one, mate. See you later on. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Lavinia was there, but Lavinia seems to have disappeared. Say Lavinia. Do you say La Vie? Say Lavinia. It's
that's great.
What was going on there? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Do you fancy a game of War Poker?
I don't know what that entails.
You do. We have to think of words that have "war" in. And I don't know why. I wrote this down on my phone about a week ago. War Poker. And it's something obviously happened, and I heard something, and it made me think, oh, we'll play a game called War Poker. So, I will go first. A wah-wah pedal.
Okay.
0344 499 1000 if you want to join in the war fun here. Oh, I've got one. You're not out straight away, are you, mate?
What's going on?
Nope. Think of a dance.
I don't know, what is... The Watusi.
Here we go. I would say the Watusi, but you've gone for the Watusi. Okay. Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah. There are actually loads.
Wasn't there a thing called the Wah Wah Wahs?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, well done. All right. We'll come back, we'll come back in a second. I want to speak to Lavinia now. Let's see what... No, it's a full moon tonight, guys. Anything is possible. Good evening, Lavinia.
Hello, my huckleberry, chuckleberry, honey bunny, bumble, 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 bumble. Hello, my honey bunny, bunny.
Told ya. I told ya. Go on, Lavinia. What nonsense would you like to spout this evening that may potentially put lives at risk?
Well, I like to talk about my potatoes.
Kath, I'm going to let you handle this one.
Well, what it is, you know, I said to you, a week ago, when I was speaking to you, Ian, and also Catherine, it was about potatoes, yeah? And as I said, there was this song going in my head, like, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato more. Have you heard of that one, Ian?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I cannot, honestly, my honey bunny bunny chuckle boo 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 boo, I cannot get that out of my head because I'm hearing all these other people falling over themselves, giving food to these people, wonderful people, which I think is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking it. Even my friend phoned me up the other day and said, Lavinia, guess what? I said, what? She said, I went to the food bank and they gave me 2 weeks worth of food. I went, really? She said, yeah. I said, wonderful. I never, ever spoke about my couple of potatoes, right? And one of my friends said to me, actually, why didn't you, Lavinia? Why didn't you tell her what you was offered? And I said, well, what sort of good is going to come out of that? So at the end of the day, I'm trying to look on the positive side of things. Half a loaf is better than none. I've got to try, I'm an adult, my friend's an adult, my son's an adult, and a couple, I said to the lady at your end, what's a couple? She said 2. I'm thinking it could be 3. And I just can't get that song out of my head. Are
we still talking about potatoes?
3 potato more. Huh?
We are, aren't we? Are we still talking about you only getting 2 potatoes and wondering where the rest were?
Yeah, I thought, you know what? At the end of the day, it makes me think, Ian, a couple of months ago, and I don't want to go back into history, I want to go forward, yeah? Yes. But with all this horrendous thing going on with this Corona-19, whatever it's called,
Corona-19, yes.
If you think back a couple of months ago, we was talking about words like Mr. Uppity and Mr. Uppity.
No, we were talking about the use of the word uppity, which has racial connotations. Yes.
Yeah, right. But can I just say one thing, Ian?
You certainly can, but I bet it's going to be bullshine.
No, my lovely chuckle. When you hear that and you hear this, what's going on with the coronas, it makes it look ridiculous.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely ridiculous.
No, it doesn't.
And do you know what?
You can't just steamroll over what I just said. No, it doesn't. It's still important. You can have different degrees of importance, and obviously, coronavirus is huge. But racial. No, hang on a second. But racially inappropriate language is still important.
Okay, well, that I agree. But how about me with a couple of potatoes then?
There we go. Are you, instead of eating food, are you smoking loads of marijuana?
I wish I was.
Yeah.
I really, do you know what? A friend tonight said to me, Lavinia, why don't you go out and get yourself a bottle of cheap wine and just... But do you know something, Ian? I actually do not take drugs. I don't drink. I'm not a Miss Innocent, that's for sure.
Yeah, oh gosh.
All right, I'm not a saint.
No, you're a naughty woman.
Do you know where I get my pleasures from? You know where I get my pleasure from?
Is it from glass bum dildos?
Do you know where I get my outlet from?
Potatoes.
I wish, potatoes, singing, 1 potato, 2 potatoes.
Thank you,
3
Lavinia.
potatoes.
And Amy, you know what to do there, I think. 0344 499 1000. It is a full moon tonight, guys. That's probably the most sensible call we're going to have all evening. This is Talk Radio.
Online and on the Talk Radio app.
170 million items of that protective equipment have been shipped, but we know we're going to need more.
Talk Radio.
Ta-da! 'Tis I, One Sheet. Spring is here, and it's time to dust. Those filthy cabinets are a must. For windows that need a wipe or muddy paws, anytime. Wipe those shades or the blinds. Open them up. It's time to shine. Plenty can be your sponge or squeegee to make spring cleaning easy peasy. So remember, whatever the event, One Sheet does plenty.
If you can build that flat-pack wardrobe without looking at the instructions, you've still got it. If you can manage 5 keepy-uppies on your first go, you've without question still got it. If you can toss a pancake to the ceiling and not let it hit the floor, surely you've still got it. And if you can just about fit into those jeans you bought 5 years ago, you've definitely still got it. Brute. Still got it.
Talk Radio.
Your trusted resource for the latest news.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Expert analysis and official advice throughout the lockdown.
It will not be easy, but together we will get through this.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app. Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
For a little bit of jolliness, tinged with a hint of sadness, but for a little bit of jolliness, we're going to play, and we have permission from the family this time. We didn't the first time we played it. We're going to play like a little 20-minute section of the evening that I put on with Eddie Large 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago. Where I did like an evening with Eddie Large, and I think something like 200 people turned up, and it was, oh look, Dredge is calling in, get Dredge on, because he was part of the night. He was the guy that Eddie and I were bullying as he ran around collecting questions from the audience. Come on, Dredge, be quicker! And you know, Eddie Large passed away, and his family have been so kind in saying some very nice things about me. I played a tiny part in his life, but it was obviously an event that was very important to them. So, we are going to play like a little 20-minute section of the evening, and we played it before. We played it ages ago, and I said to Eddie, "Oh, Eddie, do you mind if we play out the whole thing?" He said, "Oh no, I don't want anyone to hear it." And I'm thinking, "Oh God, we just played 20 minutes the night before." So I never mentioned to him that I played it out. And his son Ryan got in touch, said, "You didn't record that thing, did you?" I said, "Yeah, we did." And Kath managed to find it and clean it up and tidy it up. And he said, "Oh, this is great." And I said, "Look, I'm going to be honest. We played some of this before, and this was before your dad told me not to play any of it. And so I felt terrible, so I didn't mention that we'd already put some out." He said, "Yeah, I do not understand why..." Oh, one of the cats has done a poo. Oh my God. He said, "I don't understand why Dad never wanted that to get played out. He was a silly sausage." And anyway, so later on tonight, we're going to play about 20 minutes of that. Dredge, you were at that event. You were being bullied by myself and Mr. Edward McGuinness, weren't you? Oh, can we get Dredge up? Go on, Dredge. Sorry, we missed the start of that. Go on.
No, it was an extremely memorable day, you know, and it was the first and only time I've ever been to Portishead. I don't know about you.
It was the second time I've been to Portishead, because I had to go down there and meet his wife Patsy, who works in a hairdresser's, and hand out posters in local shops.
Right. Yeah. You put some flyers out, didn't you? It was a really sort of one-man job.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue what I was doing.
The thing about that was...
Yeah.
I turned up there because I thought, when I got to the nearest station, I went on the train. When I got to the nearest station, like an idiot, I thought, when I get there, I'll probably be able to get a taxi. I mean, there was nothing.
No.
I mean, I got to the train station, the nearest one to the place, there was nothing. So I went in this garage. I said, "Is there a taxi available?" He looked at me like I was some sort of stranger from planet Zod. And after about half an hour, came out with a card which said taxi. He said, "Oh, you might be able to get him sometime today."
I love it.
And, you know, eventually I got a taxi there. what was interesting about Portishead, I think it's the only place that has a theatre above an Iceland.
Oh, God, it was, wasn't it? Well, it's like a sort of community hall. I mean, it's a great venue, lovely little venue. But, yeah, you're right, it was above Iceland. And I remember getting there really early with Kath. And we were kind of loitering outside with the guy that was going to lend us a PA system. And I think we kind of we managed to break in or something, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
What was funny about it was that you were sort of telling me a little bit about the preparations for it beforehand. And, you know, it was going to be a Q&A, wasn't it, for the whole night?
Yeah.
And then I think you said to me, Eddie's dropped me from the first half.
He did. He sent me a thing saying, do you mind if I do the first half on my own? And I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled because I know he was really, really nervous about it. So it was a real sign that he was getting a little bit more confident. So it was one of the best droppings, and I've had many droppings. It was one of the best ones I'd ever had. But yeah, so the Q&A bit with the audience kind of ended up just being like, maybe like 20 minutes or something, half an hour, I can't remember.
It was brilliant. The Q&A was actually brilliant. Yeah. I mean, one of the questions was, have you taken your medicine yet? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Because it was because his nurse was in the audience.
Right.
And somebody else, someone who was sort of half asleep or half drunk or something, asked, have you seen a ghost before?
Oh, I remember that one. That was...
They weren't drunk. You know what that is? It's Richard Herring's book of questions for awkward moments, or whatever it is.
Right.
So that was someone at the back. That was an in-joke for quite a lot of people, turns out.
But the thing about it was he came out with an extremely serious story about it. I don't know if it's in the 20 minutes thing, but it's really fascinating. And the other thing I was going to say about it was that, did you play the clip of Davy Jones being on Little and Large?
Did I play? I can't remember I remember playing the bit where they was dressed up for Grease. Did I play the bit with Davy Jones? I don't remember if I did or not, to be honest. I might have done.
I didn't know if you knew that he'd been on it, but
yeah, of course
I found that on YouTube the other day.
What? Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. It's on Rare Monkeys, which is my YouTube channel. What is this? People phoning me up tonight just as it's a full moon, challenging, daring to challenge me to a monkey's duel.
How many words are there in Daydream Believer? Anyway.
Apparently they split fairy tale into 2 words, which is just ridiculous. Shame on you, Warwick Davis.
It is, actually.
No.
But the most memorable thing about it was that I made him laugh at the end, because I brought this old comic along. I don't mean Buster Keaton. I mean this magazine. And on the back it had this comic strip of Little and Large, and he'd never seen it before, and he was cracking up at that. So that was really nice. I got a photo of it, and the atmosphere was incredible. Nice. You know, during that night, the atmosphere was just. The audience was so supportive. It was just really, really a lovely evening.
I'm so glad you were a part of it, Dredge. It was nice to have you there, because I know that it was, it meant a lot to you, and it was nice to have, because I was trying to do it all myself, and then to be able to farm a bit out and go, right, Dredge, can you can run around and do the Q&A if you don't mind, and to hear the comments I've had from his son, and also kind of from his wife, but via his son, saying that it was a really important night for the family. We did that. We made that happen. We've given them a memory that they've treasured, and they've got the recording of that evening now. And I think they're gonna. He said it's a bit tricky to listen to at the moment, a bit too painful, but we will dive into that at some point. So well done, John. We did that.
Yeah, what a great night. What a really great night. And, I did get a taxi there in the end.
Do you know have you got any wahs for Wah Poker? Because I've got a great one.
Fat Wah.
Fat Wah! Oh! Fat Wah! Yes! Oof. Dredge, thank you. Controversial. Salman Rushdie. Look out. 0344 499 1000. I've got one. Kath. Wagwan.
Oh, okay. What about Wah Wah by... George Harrison?
Yeah, it's named after a wah wah pedal, which is what I said.
Oh, I thought it was the sound of the girls going.
Oh no, actually, I read this. I will let you have wah wah. Wah wah is about Paul McCartney telling him what to do. Wah wah, you're giving me a headache is the line, and it's about Paul McCartney going wah 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 wah. Do this, do this, do this.
Right, yeah.
That's what that's about. All right, I'll give you that one. My turn to come up with a wah. 03 44 499 1000. Good evening, Fraser.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
That's it. Well done. You got her name. Yes, Fraser. What can we do for you this evening?
Ian, hope you're well. Generally,
I'm on top of the world. I've been playing boule all day. Boules. I've been playing boules. The French game boule. Boule. All day. Boule.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The first thing
Boules.
I'm going to do is ask you to unblock me on Twitter.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. Next.
The second thing I'm going to do is...
Hover over that dump button, Amy!
Wait, no. I'm going to wish you and your family and Kath and her family all the best during this crisis. Genuinely.
That sounded creepy. Okay. Could you? I'm going to wish you could speak into the phone properly, Fraser, so we could hear what you're saying. Although I'm going to be honest, most of it's nonsense. Yes.
Sorry. Is that okay?
That's okay. Yep. This is how we do a phone call. Yes.
Okay. That's sorry. It's from Platinum Member 63.
Okay. You're still blocked on Twitter.
Am I getting a ding? No. Okay, listen, Ian, I really want to make amends about this utter arse I've been from the last couple of calls.
Fine. It's absolutely fine. We're all good. You're not getting unblocked, but I'm sure you're cool with that because your life is not in any way impacted by being blocked by me on Twitter.
It isn't. No, it isn't.
Exactly.
Especially now in this crisis. So I just want to say that I'm still working. I have to go to work. And my wife, the both of us are still working. She works in Asda. She has to go to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to still go to work in the factory. So the two of us are still doing our bit through this crisis, and I don't know. I just wondered if you could give us a little shout out to us to what we're doing.
What are you doing?
No. I work in oil and gas, so they've found a loophole. So we have to still go to work and machine our bits, and I have to go to work.
Okay.
And
well, I have nothing but respect for your wife and for the great work she is doing. The people who are working in stores and are getting minimum wage or whatever it may be, they are the frontline army in these dark days, and I have respect for your wife, and I bet you've got a room for the toilet rolls.
At the moment, she gets up at 1 o'clock in the morning and goes to work at 2 o'clock.
Okay, that's great. I'm respecting her. I've given her respect, and I hope that she is very happy and that she is very safe.
So, Ian, I've got one more question for you.
Jesus Christ, man! What is this, Mastermind?
Are you ready for it?
Just do it. I bet there's something facile and stupid. Do you know what? No, I'm not. Goodbye. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Flipping heck, Kath. That was like pulling teeth.
Yeah. I think the main purpose of that was the first question, and then the rest was filler.
Yeah, but I also think there was a big, funny old gag coming at the end. We just didn't get to. Are you ready for it? Nah, I don't think so. I tell you what I'm ready
That's the
for.
thing. When they're taking the run up towards the springboard.
Yeah, I'm ready to speak to Arlene. Good evening, Arlene.
Hello, you two. It's nice to talk to you again.
Oh, I'd love to talk to you while you were sober one night, but never mind. Dreams can come true. What can we do for you, Arlene?
I'm on the gin now. Yeah. But I've got an addition to your WA quest.
Oh.
Your WA edition.
WA editions we're playing, or WA poker.
WA poker. I've got Herb Albert, Tijuana.
I'll take that. That's a great one. Tijuana. We'll take that, Arlene. That goes straight in.
Oh, thank you very much. And I'm also ringing up about, my Harry was a sign writer around Manchester.
Yes.
and we were called in by Ryan, Bernard Manning's son, to do some artwork in the Embassy Club.
Okay.
Which was his dad's big club in the Harbour Hay.
Yes.
In Manchester.
Yes.
And we had to do a big caricature of Bernard Manning on the back wall with loads of lights behind it.
Golly gosh.
But on the side, we had to list all the acts that had appeared there, like Cilla Black, and Eddie Large was on there.
There you go, you see. And did you take your bra off for Eddie Large?
Eddie Large, and we had to pay a lot of people, and it was just so many famous acts, and that we painted them all up as on part of the sign writing. Yeah.
That is, Arlene, thank you so much. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Now, Ray has tweeted me saying that he's got a good wah. Ray, let's hear your wah.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, he has got a great wah. It's one of the best. Ray, was that all there was to this phone call?
Yeah, that's it, literally. Oh, and another one. Wah.
Get out of here, you weirdo. You were doing well then. 0344 499 1000. Konnichiwa. It's a tough game, wah poker, Catherine, but it's one that I think is worth playing.
I've got one for you.
Go on.
Walls.
I don't know what that means.
Them clippers, the one
No.
that you've had very intimate knowledge of.
No. Not allowing that. Walls.
Come on.
Walls?
Come on, they're called walls. Yeah.
No, they're called walls.
W-H-A-L. Wall.
They're called wall. Wall.
Wall.
Wall.
Wall.
Wall.
Wall.
Cleo.
Wah, 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 wonder.
Thank you very much.
Wah.
Okay, goodbye.
Wah, 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 wah.
Goodbye. You've got to be quicker on that fader, Amy. I know we're working on a slight delay. I know you're tired. I know you're not getting paid much. I know you've worked on James's show. I know you may be infected with the coronavirus. I know you've been ill. You've got to be quicker on that fader. I'll have that, though. I'll have that. Wah, wonder. Wah poker's actually quite a good game. I'm glad. I don't know what prompted me to write it down, but I'm glad I did. Gatford, Alistair, stay there. Fraser, put your phone down, mate. You're not coming back on. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This, dear listener, is your chance to get rid of all of those coronavirus lockdown blues, to shake it loose. Oh, I want to talk about haircuts in a bit. Lockdown haircuts. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
I'm Rebecca Pritchard, Director of Services at Crisis. We're all affected by the coronavirus outbreak, but we are seeing people who are homeless being hit especially hard, and people want to know how they can help. Our staff are still working to provide the vital support and advice people need, and we're funding local homeless charities so together we can reach more people. Please give £25 to help provide essential care for those in need. In these uncertain times, it's a time to pull together and help each other. Please search Crisis and make a donation today. Thank you.
With a Now TV Sky Cinema Pass, you can start streaming the best movies around. From brand new blockbusters like Rocketman and The Lion King, to all-time favourites, including the Harry Potter collection. Whatever you feel like watching, we've got you covered. All with no contract. To start your 7-day free trial today, search Now TV. 18 plus new customers only. Auto renews at £11.99 per month unless cancelled. Cancel at any time. Terms apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Talk Radio on the Hour Headlines.
The Foreign Secretary says he's confident Boris Johnson will recover from coronavirus as he prepares to spend his second night in intensive care. Dominic Raab, who's now deputising for the Prime Minister, has described him as a fighter.
He's not just the Prime Minister. For all of us in Cabinet, he's not just our boss.
Yeah.
He's also a colleague, and he's also our friend.
Yes, please, that would be really handy.
So all of our thoughts and prayers are with the Prime Minister at this time, with Carrie and with his whole family.
Downing Street says the PM is stable and in good spirits. He's been receiving oxygen support but is breathing without assistance. Hilton Murray Phillipson is now home after spending 5 days in intensive care with COVID-19. He was attached to a ventilator and says the staff were remarkable.
the care and the compassion of these fabulous people in the NHS. You know, she would rub my brow, whisper, "It's going to be okay," and you get calm again. And when you're calm, you can just about manage to get that breath in, which keeps you going.
Another 786 deaths have been recorded in the UK, bringing the total to 6,159. It's the biggest daily increase yet, but the growth rate is now the slowest since the outbreak began. Meanwhile, the first patients have arrived at the new NHS Nightingale Hospital in East London, which will treat people with the virus. Elsewhere, the number known to have died in New York City has exceeded the death toll from 9/11 at more than 3,200. China, where the pandemic began, says nobody has died in the last 24 hours. 750,000 NHS volunteers in England have now started work. Their tasks may include driving patients to appointments, delivering food and medicines, or telephoning those who are self-isolating. And the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have announced plans to launch a new charitable organisation called Archwell. The name replaces their Sussex Royal Band, which they're not allowed to use now they've stepped back from public duties. That's the latest. I'm Annie Green.
Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
I remember the night the kid cut off his right arm in a bid to save a bit of power. He got 50,000 watts in a big acoustic tower. Security's so tight tonight. Oh, they're ready for a tussle. Gotta keep your backstage passes, 'cause your promoter has the muscle. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. Tall buildings at the head of our nations, worthy men from Spain and Siam. All day discussions with the Russians, but they still went ahead and vetoed the plan. Now up jumped the U.S. representative. He's the one with the tired eyes. 747 for him in that condition, flying back from a peacekeeping mission. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And in the air there's aftershave lotion in the wake of a snake-hipped Persian. On his arm is a skin-tight vision. Wonder why she ain't mine, she's his.
And so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. But where it's going, no one knows. And so it goes, and so it goes.
But where it's going, no one knows. But where it's going, no one knows.
And where it's going, no one knows. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio. We're kind of, I don't know, we're a stupid show. Let's go to Will. Good evening, Will.
Hello. Hello, Catherine.
Hello, Will.
Hello, Ian. I thought I'd just say hello, Catherine, first, because it's normally not the way it goes.
Oh, get your tongue out of her backside. If you love her so much, why don't you marry her? Jesus.
All right. I have a wire for you.
Go on then. Oh, I like this. Go on.
Narwhal.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, hang on. Where's the wah?
Narwhal.
No. It's narwhal. We're not playing... listen, if we were playing wall poker, mate, I'd let you have that. You'd be in like a shot. We're playing wah poker.
Okay, I'll play my other card. Bird's eye potato. Wah.
Goodbye, Will. 0344 499 1000. Awful. What an awful...
I like that guy. What do you have against him?
He was a nice guy. But his words were completely irrelevant to tonight's broadcast. Tonight's broadcast, Catherine. I think
there are rules, it turns out.
I think the delay is on my end, and I don't know what it is. If there are any technical bods listening, there's a delay that is fine. I think we're managing with it. I can hear. Can you hear me echoing, or do you just hear my sentence ending?
I hear your sentence ending, and at the beginning, before I reconnected last time, I could hear myself like a second later. It was really long.
And is it faint when you heard yourself a second later?
Yeah, it was faint.
Okay, because that's what I've got with me. Every time I'm doing this, I've got that. And I wonder if it's... Gosh, this is boring. So what? We're working from home. We're saving lives. We're actually saving lives by working from home. Sure. All right, yeah, all right, I'll come into London and do the show. People will die. People will die. So no, I'd rather stay here and work from home. But I wonder if it's because I'm routing it. Yeah, I said routing, and I'm tapping a bit of equipment. I wonder if it's because I'm routing it through a mixer, and if I wasn't routing it through a mixer, would that delay go? But then there was a delay, wasn't there, when we did it on the Yeti microphone, Catherine?
I know, it's not.
Okay, well that's your technical input and feedback. Let's go to. I've got so much I want to talk about, but we're getting loads of calls tonight. So let's just take the calls. Let's just take the calls. Let's go to Jasmine. Good evening, Jasmine.
Good evening, Ian. You're a funny guy.
And you're a funny lady, Jasmine. Let's get married. Let's run away to Rio and get married. Let's defy the ban, the lockdown. Let's get married in Rio, baby.
Well, it's a full moon, officially on Wednesday, but it's huge out here. It's a huge full moon in Brighton.
Isn't it? Well, you get lots of full moons in Brighton. It's very friendly down there. Isn't it? Is it a pink moon tonight?
It is indeed.
Better than
And
a
it's
brown
also
one.
going to be a super moon. A super moon.
Oh.
Superman, supermoon. Maybe Superman will come and save us.
Superman and Supergirl having a super moon off. Yes, sir.
I've got two was. And, well, I thought you were asking about songs. So I've got Watermelon Man. Yes?
Well, no, but that's water. It's not. It's not. It's no. That's war. Water. War. I'm talking about war. It's very specific. I don't know why this is so complicated for the heart of thinking.
Okay. How about what's it all about?
That's what. That's what. Okay. That's.
Well, use your imagination.
That's what, you absolute fruitcake.
Wow, 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 wow. How about that?
Here, try this one. Mark is suggesting this one. Does this work? Nadia Sawalha.
Okay.
Yes.
What? Just words.
Sorry?
That's boring. I mean, you should have songs or something.
No, it's Wah Polka.
No, like, Wah. Wappen. Wappen. Sweet as a nut. Isn't that what they say in South London, my dear? Okay, I've got to say goodbye. I don't usually ring up. It must be the effect of the full moon. So, bye, guys.
Oh, Ian.
I don't want to get married tomorrow in Rio anymore. She's insane.
From now on, I shall be speaking like that.
As sweet
like
as
Jasmine.
Sweet as a nut. That's what they say in South London. It's my favourite call of 2020 so far, dear listener. My favourite call of 2020 so far.
And we can blame it on the full moon.
You, listen, it's very niche, but you've got a specialist skill. And your specialist skill is you can do impressions of all the callers we have who are called Jasmine. And that, Catherine, is something... It's a real talent. It's a real talent, my love.
Kate Robbins has cornered the market in everyone else, but she's not touching the Jasmine. Why?
Don't.
Here's my niche.
I nearly saw Kate Robbins' niche the other night where I got involved in a very raunchy conversation with her on Twitter. Did you see?
I saw, and I also saw that you started it, so don't be blaming Kate
She
Robbins.
started it by posting a video of her in 1979 dressed up as a sexy air hostess singing a song. All I did was ask if she still had the costume. She said, I only show it to special friends. Then she came back and said, oh, actually thinking about it, I rented the costume from Angels, but I still have the boots.
To which you were very wound up about it.
Let's go to Paul. Good evening, Paul.
And you wanted to see it.
Wanted to see it. Hello, Paul.
Hi, thanks for taking the call. Just as about the Wah.
Yes, sir.
The mighty Wah.
That was one of the first ones. I know, Paul. I can tell from your accent that you're from the Liverpool region. We have Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Sorry about that.
That's okay, mate.
Oh, Paul.
Paul, no, thank you.
It's a tune.
It's a great tune. He follows me on Twitter for some reason. He followed me, then he stopped following me, and now he follows me again.
That's weird, but I love it. Thank you. I like listening to you anyway.
Nice one, mate. Nice to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Take care.
Someone,
all the best.
thank you. Someone has. I mean, how could we have forgotten? This should have been the theme to this.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Can
we have...
That was Farrah, thank you, Farrah.
The universal sound effect for losing, which is the...
I know it.
Oh,
okay. We need to listen to it. Hang on, I need to listen to it to see if it... I thought the universal sound for losing was but that's the universal sound for getting a question wrong. Sad. It's called Sad Trombone, that song.
Sad Trombone, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're totally having that. That's you can hear the wah. It actually says wah.
My 5-year-old nephew does that sound effect with his mouth whenever something goes wrong. If something gets knocked over, you hear this tiny noise from the corner. It's my nephew.
Oh, it's making me laugh so much, Wah Poker. I wrote it down and I kept looking at it going, we can't do that on the radio. Oh, God, yes, we can. This is exactly what we need during a global pandemic. Oh, we did, Paul, didn't we? Let's go to Ollie. Good evening, Ollie.
Oh, no. Hello, Ian and Kath.
Oh, yeah, Ollie, what's going on? It sounds like we need to do that sound effect for you, and you've only just begun.
You took my word, Kath.
Oh, what, you were going to use that one?
I was going to use that one. I got another word, but it's terrible.
There's only one response to that, isn't there, really?
Oh, yeah.
The fact that I've put you to the post.
Hang on. Well, I think that's going to get played quite a lot tonight. I'll just leave that fader open. Oh my God, we've got lockdown fever! We've gone insane!
Do you want my crappy word?
Well, I mean, the way you sell it, of course we do.
Wario. Wario. Wario.
Is it not Wario? Wario.
It's Wario. No, because there's a Waluigi as well.
He's
Waluigi.
right. He's right. No, it's Wario. He's right. I'll give it. But why are you saying it in like a farmer's accent? Wario, or to be Wario's over there.
Yeah, because that's how they already say their own name when they go Waluigi. Wario. That was a better Wario. That was a good Wario.
That trombone fired off by itself. That trombone fired off.
Oh.
Let me go. All right, Wario. Sorry, I'm trigger happy. Wario says his name. Okay, let's. So just do it. Just do it again.
Let's hear that.
Wario.
Hang on. Okay, I don't know quite. Oh, there's something here. Wario says the N-word. No. We will not be having.
Oh, God.
We will not be. I know he's meant to be evil, but I didn't know he was also racist.
Oh dear.
No, Kath, don't mention his cough, because you'll then have an hour about how he's had the coronavirus, then he got better, then it came back, then it got better, and was it your...
That's what happens, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. Who cares? Boring. You're boring. You're one of the boring coronavirus victims. I want to talk to the interesting ones. Was it your... Whose wife? Oh! So I was playing Call of Duty. What's it called? Warzone. No. I was playing Call of Duty today with a good team that Ollie wasn't part of, Catherine. With a guy called Ming Ball, right? And he was telling me...
I like him.
I liked him, but he was telling me that his wife is homeschooling their kids. That's great. That's a really noble thing. During the Easter holidays.
Right.
That's abuse.
My theory.
Yeah.
My theory.
Small penis.
She's trying to maintain a little bit of order, and we've all got into the groove now of getting them to do Joe Wicks at 9 o'clock. And then maybe something else. We have a science lesson at 10. And then we've got so she's worried about freestyling for the next 2 weeks.
No. 9
without
o'clock.
being able to take them out.
9 o'clock is Why Don't You? 9:25 it's the Monkeys. At 10 o'clock it's the Hair Bear Bunch. That's the only scheduling you need. You can't homeschooling kids during the holidays. That you might as well get a stick out and beat them as they climb up a chimney.
Am I still here?
Oh, God. Oh, go away. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I've actually got some sad news. I've got a recording of Ollie crying. Have you heard it? It sounds like this. I also got a recording of Ollie making love. Etc. Any other suggestions of what Ollie might be doing that I can play that? You're not still there, are you, Ollie?
I'm still here. I didn't know what happened to Wario. Wario.
Can you stop making love while you're on the phone?
Shall I just go?
Yes, please. Yes. Go. Yes. Go.
Okay.
We're bullying you. We're trolling you.
Go.
Goodbye. Let's go. Oh, did we do the quarter past break or not?
No, we didn't.
Then let's do it now, Amy. Sorry, what did you say, Kath?
I said, let's do it.
Let's do it. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
If you can build that flat-pack wardrobe without looking at the instructions,
I will talk to you guys. It's just a little bit
still got
tricky
it.
because of the way this is set up.
If you can manage 5 keepy uppies on your first go, you've without question still got it. If you can toss a pancake to the ceiling and not let it hit the floor, surely you've still got it. And if you can just about fit into those jeans you bought 5 years ago, you've definitely still got it. Brute, still got it.
This is a message from the government. Coronavirus is a national emergency, life-threatening for people of all ages everywhere in the UK. To help save lives, stay home. Only go outside for food, health reasons, daily exercise, or to work, but only if you cannot work from home. Stay home. Anyone can get it, and anyone can spread it. Coronavirus. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
Oh, Kath, Lino.
I've got one.
Go on.
I've got a really good one.
Go on. Well,
Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Lino has sent this. Donna's also come for this. Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. What? This is, you'll know this once I play it. Here we go. science teacher, of course, giving a lesson.
I've been in that lesson.
Oh, it's making me laugh so much. What a poker, what a load of rubbish. Good evening, James.
Evening. Got a wah.
Go on, let's hear your wah. Get your wahs out for the boys.
I like it.
What's up?
Wahs up. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have wahs up. I'll have wahs up. Who'd have thought there was so many wahs? Wahs.
Thanks, guys.
Well, hang
Great
on.
show.
Oh,
really
hang on.
enjoying it.
James, hang on a second.
Listen, Jim high-fiving everyone as we leave.
Hang on. Just come back into the room. Shut the door. Sit down, James. I just do. Was up. Was up. No, it's not. It's was up. Really sorry, James.
Oh, dear.
I'm afraid you haven't got the job.
Never mind. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks a lot, James. Goodbye.
Feel for you, man.
Amen. All right, bye.
Goodbye.
That was sad, wasn't it? That was really sad. He thought he clinched it.
There's a global pandemic on, and I've just told a guy he's not allowed to have was up.
He's gutted.
The government has ordered all 63 million people living in this country to stay in their homes. A guy has phoned a national radio station to say was up, and I've said, no, you're not allowed that. That's where we're at.
And he said, fair enough.
It sounded all deflated. We got Brian, Alistair, Chris, stay there. I know some of you have been waiting for ages. It's been really busy on the phones tonight. After a very quiet night last night, turns out you all want to play wild poker. I just went upstairs and my eldest was still awake. I said, all right, dude, time to put the beanos away and time to go to sleep. He said, okay, yeah, no problem. It's sounding good. He can only hear me. He's not listening to the whole show, so he can just hear me shouting. He said, what's that game you're playing? It sounds fun. And I went, it's wild poker. He
That's
said,
tomorrow.
Yeah. He said, well, what's that? And I said, well, you have to think of words that have the sound wah in it. And the only one I could think of was fatwa. And I thought, well, I'm not going to explain to him what a fatwa is just before he goes to bed. That's awful. Let's go to Gatford. Good evening, Gatford.
I want to complain about Lino. He completely entered my brain. I blame Lino, and I blame you, and Talk Radio, and anyone for keeping me on hold. That was mine.
Hang on a minute. On behalf of Denny Morris, who is our boss and sent out a very inspirational email today, this apology is for you. I hope that
it's not fair. I had that prepared. I could timestamp when I called. Lino is going to hear from my solicitors.
Thank you very much for your call, Gatford. 0344.
This isn't a proper job, is it? This isn't a job for grown-ups.
Working from home. Oh my God. Oh, let's go to Brian. Good evening.
I can see why they get annoyed with us on Twitter. I can completely see it.
Oh God, I can. Good evening, Brian.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Flipping Kath.
Hello,
First time,
Brian.
a long time listener. I've been listening since.
About time.
When Barry from Watford went on his diet, he became a vegetarian, and he was only eating sausage and chops.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes, I do remember that.
And also, it's about the time when, do you remember he came on, he sang the Okie Kokie, because he had a bit of a hoi 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 in it.
Yeah. The thing is, as he's got older, he's slowed down considerably. And I don't think he could pull off the Okie Kokie anymore.
When he took his blind date to a harvester. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the
He
harvester.
lifted himself up on one tree.
Oh, go on.
Anyway, I phoned him with a wah for you.
All right, Brian. Are you sure you want to go ahead? Because
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, that's a strong one.
Do that again, Brian.
Wah, 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 wah.
Now, I want you to do me a favour. I want you to put the phone down. I want you to go and sit in the corner and have a really long, hard think about where your life is heading, because I cannot accept the
I think I'm
coronation.
going to sit on a naughty step.
Thank you
I'll
very
jump
much
up.
indeed, Brian. I know we're not allowed to use dunces caps anymore, but if you could roll a sheet of paper into a cone and write a D on there. Oh, so today we've been out in the garden a bit, and my next door neighbour, Betty, very kindly found a boule set. You know, boule, patang,
Petanka.
boule, patang. I remember my dad brought one home years ago, the proper heavy metal one. I'm holding it as though I'm holding a lovely pair of breasts. And I showed it to the boys, and the boys were like, oh yeah, let's play that. And it's funny, it's such a simple game, and we played it for ages, and we got really, really into it. And then I'm very lucky, I've got a bit of patio, and I bought a big box of chalks a while ago for a project, for a film that I was going to make, where I wanted to write some stuff on some trees to scare an idiot. So I got this big box of chalk, and I said to the boys today, oh, by the way, I've got all this chalk, which I'm not going to use. If you want to go and draw on the patio, you can do. And my eldest said, really? I didn't think you'd let us do that because it's your property. And I thought, oh, my beautiful boy, he's so well brought up. I said, mate, there is the patio out there. I am more than happy for you to draw and write anything you want. I don't want any swear words, but you can draw and write anything you want there. And I said, the joy of it is, after a couple of, heavy rains, it'll all wash away, and we've got a blank canvas again, and we can do it. And it's nice, and it's colourful, and it's a good, healthy thing to do, and it's your imagination. So me and my youngest drew a couple of rainbows, and my youngest did a smiley face. And then my eldest said, can I draw around your body like you're a dead person? And so he did, and it's brilliant. And then he said, right, I want you to get up and close your eyes because I want to do some stuff. And then I was allowed to open my eyes. And what he'd done was he'd drawn hair, he'd drawn a sad face, and he'd also written Ian Lee, the body of Ian Lee. Because sometimes when he's taking the pee out of me, he calls me Ian Lee. Hello, Ian Lee. How are you, Ian Lee? And so he just wrote the body of Ian Lee. And then I sent it to my friend Scott.
That's one macabre sense of humour.
I sent it to my friend Scott, who then sent the picture back with a giant phallus on it, which I thought was taking things a little bit too far. But so that's where my lockdown has taken me. Where has yours taken you, dear listener? Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Evening, guys. Great show. I wanted to first say thanks because I'm classed as a key worker because I'm a trucker, and you definitely help him with the night shifts.
Yo, that makes us key workers.
I've got a wah for you.
Here we go. This is it. This is what we want, Chris. Give us your wah.
A Swahili.
Oh.
Yes.
Well. Can I say the first classy wah we've had this evening? Swahili. Look at that. Bit of culture. Slightly controversial. But it's well done, Chris. Thank you, sir. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you very much, guys. Keep it up. Good show.
Thank you, Chris, and thanks for your work. Cheers, mate.
Thank
Here we
you very
go.
much, Chris.
He's good, wasn't he? Swahili. I love that. Swahili. Wah poker.
Brilliant.
Been playing wah
That reminds me, I had the first good chat with my postie for quite some time.
Oh, he
today,
thinks
and
you're a
seemed to
brass,
dispel
doesn't
a
he?
few myths.
He thinks you're a sex worker.
I think he thought I was, yeah,
Okay.
because I tended to answer the door in various states of undress during the afternoon when he rocked up, because he sort of turns up about midday-ish. And I think he did wonder. But we were talking about work and stuff, and, he's carrying on working. He said that for the most part, everyone's in work. There have been some people off sick, etc., and there are kind of processes for people to cover for other people. He said, but, we're going to keep going. And I said, yeah, me too. It's weird, isn't it? He went, yeah, I think some of this might continue once this is over. They've realised how much work they can get out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he was very cheerful. And do you know what? He seemed happy to have a chat with someone.
And then you charged
and
him
it was nice to talk to
£25
someone who
for
doesn't
rub
live
and
in this
tug.
house.
Which reminds me.
Is that the going rate?
Reminds me, woman seeking expert advice. Have you seen this story on old bottle stopper? Mortified to learn what it was. Jane 61
Do you think that was real, or do you
Yes.
think that was?
Jane 61 posted a photo of an object discovered in a garden to a glass collector Facebook group, believing it was a bottle stopper or chess piece, only to be left red-faced when it was correctly identified. A churchgoer who sought help to identify what she believed to be a vintage bottle stopper was left saying there isn't enough soap after being told exactly what it was. A woman known only as Jane posted images of the unknown item to a glass collector Facebook group, asking for help after it was discovered washed up in a garden following a heavy storm. Jane, 61...
A glass collector.
Yeah. Jane, 61, wrote, got a friend of my sister that came across a solid glass piece. Well, you would do. Since she can't figure it out, she reached out to me, and now I'm reaching out to all of you, hoping to get an idea of what it is. Only thing coming to mind is either a bottle stopper for a decanter, or possibly a chess piece. 4.5 inches tall, 1.5 diameter at fat part and 1.75 at base. No significant scratches anywhere. Does look to have reflective gold coating on it. With some quick to recognise exactly what the treasure that had been unearthed was, one broke it to Jane as gently as possible, replying, "It's a stopper, just not for a bottle." Reading through some of the less cryptic replies, Jane from Indiana discovered her sister was now in the possession of a sex toy. She updated the post to say, "I'm thankful I know nothing of this world that uses products such as this, and quite frankly, I don't want to know." Well, my sister and I are both cracking up, but the fact she picked it up and handled it, I don't think there's enough soap to wash away that image. Jane and her sister have since been able to see the funny side, with the public confusion leaving them cracking up as the post gathered so much attention. The moderator had to disable comments simply to keep up. Messages included one which said, "So are we calling this ass glass?" Another seemed to poke. Jane, her sister, and their friends didn't want to be identified. Very active members of the church. So basically, here we go. Jane replied, "It was very real. The three of us have clearly lived sheltered lives." Well, not everybody's seen a glass butt plug, which is what this is. And the trio had never seen one before. She added, "Now that we all know what it is, we have thoroughly washed our hands and are having a good laugh. My sister is very religious, and so is her friend, and quite frankly, none of us knew what it was. Her friend is now horrified." Outrageous scenes. Outrageous scenes, isn't it?
God, it reminds me of the time I came down the stairs as a teenager with this, what looked like a sort of trumpet mouthpiece made out of plastic, white plastic. And I put it to my lips and I was going, "What's this for? What's this for?" My dad said it was to do with his hemorrhoid treatment. Well, he said he'd not used it, but still, that's a lasting impression, isn't it?
Hang on a minute. I'm being told of another wah. It's not a song I'm particularly... let's try this. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. There we go!
Yes! Wiki wiki wah wah!
There we go, hang on.
Wah wah!
Thank you so much, Daz Burrito. I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. This is now COVID has sent me this. Let's try. I don't know. Let's try this. Hang on a second. No, that's a woe. That's a woe. That's not a wah. That's not a woe. That's not a wah. That's a woe.
What's that?
That's do you not recognise this? Oh, you. That shop's got all the hits. Pat Sharp. It's Pat Sharp jingle. Pat Sharp jingle.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I thought it said that shop. It's Pat Sharp.
That shop. That shop. 0344 499 1000. All right, we've got loads of calls. Right, let's go. We're going to rattle through these. Let's go to Nick first. Good evening, Nick. What have you got for us?
Right, I think I've got a twofer for you. It might even be a trio.
Oh, so I like this cocky talk. Let's see, sir.
A proud boast.
Well, the twofer is Suarez eating Wagyu beef. And the trio...
Hang on, stop the clock, stop the clock, stop the clock, stop the clock. No, stop. Suarez, I'll have that. He's a football man, right? What's he eating?
Wagyu beef.
Ragu?
Wagyu. As in
Wagyu.
Japanese Wagyu beef.
Ragu. How are you spelling? Are you spelling ragu?
No, Wagyu.
Wagyu beef. Beef.
Yeah, it's a very posh Japanese steak.
Wagyu.
Wagyu, Catherine. I don't think we can. I like Suarez. I like Suarez a lot, and I like saying Suarez. It's very satisfying. I don't think I can allow the beef.
Ah, that's a shame.
Let's not let it escalate into beef.
Funky Wawa, then.
Funky Wawa. We're having that, Nick. That's on the list. Thank you. I forgot to write a list. Shit. Thank you, Nick. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Arif. Good evening, Arif.
Good evening.
Good evening, Arif. How can we
How's
help?
it going?
It's going very, very well.
Oh, good. On the war topic.
Topic, yes.
Have you had Diddy War? Diddy?
Sorry?
Do what did he?
No.
Diddy what, did he?
Diddy War. Diddy.
I want you to get the title. Hang on a minute. I want Arif to get the title absolutely right before we proceed with the show.
Certainly, yeah.
Go on.
Now, what do you want to know about it? Do you want it spelled out?
I want you to say the title correctly.
Diddy War Diddy.
Try again.
He's enjoyed himself.
You're very, very close, but you're not close enough.
What, in the title?
Yeah, it's not Diddy Wild Diddy.
Do try again.
Do.
Oh, it might be. Is it? No. Oh,
Do
no.
try again. God, when you listen back to this recording, you're going to be
You
embarrassed.
had that one earlier on, Ian. You had that one earlier on. Oh, no.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
Are you telling me there's another song? Diddy Wah Diddy?
Oh, yes. Yes, there is.
Well, if there is, I can
At
only...
least
Oh my God!
Go. How does it go, Arif?
Oh! I'm Arif. I'm forgetting the mighty captain. Diddy Wah Diddy by Captain B for Arif. Please, sir, we bow down before you. You are absolutely correct. We can only apologise.
Yeah, and was the writer, was it Bo Dudley? I'm not too sure.
Would it be Bo Diddley, wouldn't it?
Have you heard of Bo Dudley?
Who's Bo Dudley?
Bo Dudley, he's a musician.
No, do you mean Bo Diddley?
Probably right, Ian.
Oh, Bo Dudley. It might be Bo Diddley. There's a Bo Diddley and all. Yeah.
There's not a Bo... Right, get rid of Arif, because his beeping is annoying me. Who's Bo Dudley?
There is a Bo Dudley.
No, there's not. This is Bo Dudley.
Yeah.
This is Bo Dudley. Oh, God, we're doing all the work tonight for him.
This evening we have taken our not only but also cameras to the heart of London's West End, where...
I've got a feeling that might have a slight racial line in it, so I'm going to skip that. Let's... 0344 499 1000. Let's do Alistair before we go to the break, and then we've got the break, and then we've got Dave and Russ and Will and Steve. Yes, Alistair.
Hey, guys.
Hello, mate.
No, I'm back to normal today. Good. I've got two R's. One is a dead cert, one is a bit tenuous.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Yes, sir.
So the first one is this at the end of this song, it plays Wars Delight. Close to You by the Carpenters.
Do you know what? Do you know what? He might be onto something. Hang on a second, but we do. Is that what it's called? Close to You, that song. Why can't I find it? Is that what it's called? Is the song called that?
Yeah.
I think it's
called Close to You.
Is that in brackets though? Isn't there something before it or something?
Is it They Long to Be brackets Close to You?
Yeah, that's it. I think.
I don't know whether it is.
Sorry.
There we go. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna jump to the end of this. Here we go. Let's go. Are there wires?
Close to you.
Alistair, well played, my friend. That is a great. Can I just say, right?
They were partial to a wah, weren't they? The Carpenters.
Let me just say, with all of this nonsense that's going on, do you find yourself, Catherine first and Alistair, do you find yourself glad that some people are dead? This sounds really messed up, but there is a point to it. That some people are dead and are missing what is going on in the world. I just heard Karen Carpenter there, and I thought, I'm so glad she's not around and seeing all this COVID-19 stuff going on. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, can I tell you so? I told you this at the beginning of all this. I was glad that my grandparents aren't around now.
Yeah.
Because this is awful. This is an awful way to go.
Yeah.
My parents,
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's been thinking that about random people.
Is that a wicked thing to think?
No, not at all. I think it's a very caring thing to think. Okay, so let's have your tenuous wah.
Right, well, I think you're going to knock me out for this one. Wah. What is it good for? Wah.
No.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Alistair.
Good night.
From such a dizzying height to such a low. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app.
It is vital that frontline NHS staff get the protective equipment they need.
Talk Radio.
For over 4.5 billion years, evolution has shaped the world. And for decades, wall cladding has evolved to become
Cladtech bathroom panels, the obvious choice for bathroom walls. At Cladtech, we've a huge selection of high-quality bathroom panels to give your bathroom an impressive new look. Cladtech bathroom panels are super easy to install and mean no more grout ever.
Until the end of time.
So for your walls and floors, visit cladtech.com.
Ta-da! 'Tis I, One Sheet.
This is
Spring is here, and it's time to dust.
Nonsense.
Those filthy cabinets are a must for windows that
utter
money
nonsense.
Pause. Anytime. Wipe those shades or the blinds. Open them up. It's time to shine. Plenty can be your sponge or squeegee to make spring cleaning easy peasy. So remember, whatever the event, One Sheet does plenty.
Talk Radio.
Your trusted resource for the latest news. Our action plan to beat this pandemic is the right thing to do. Expert analysis and official advice throughout the lockdown.
This is not the time to be complacent. This is the time for all of us to act responsibly.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app. Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
Catherine, you've just texted me one. You've got a wah. Catherine.
Oh yeah, One Sheet.
One Sheet. Will has given there's some great ones on Twitter. Will says Taiwan.
Oh, nice.
And also a New York gangster.
I'm saying nice. It's the most mindless game in the world.
A New York gangster saying, "What do you want from me? What do you want from me?" And Jim says, "Tuna Niswaz."
Beautiful. Well, then I'm going to add another French one in. Can I have another French one?
Yeah, you
can.
That's
not too many, is it? Françoise Hardy.
I could only think of 5 last week, and I thought, I've got 5, that's enough. There's probably 2 or 3 more that I can't think of, but... laugh so much. We're getting paid for this. People, people are in lockdown and we're getting paid for this. Let's go to M. Good evening, M.
Good evening, Ian and Kath. How are you both?
Did you just slip in a wah?
I did.
How are you? How are you? Oh, M, you're delicious. You're like a spy. You've just sent a coded message out. How are you? That's brilliant.
I've also got a song.
Ooh, let's hear it for the boys.
Who are you? Do, 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 do. That's it, Ian. I've got nothing else.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm honest. If I'm honest, Em, I don't think you had anything there. I've got to listen to the Who singing it because there is a chance that you may have just fudged it slightly to work in your favour. Hang on a second, Hang on. You've got to remember this is a slightly sweary song. Here we go. We've missed the swears. Here we go. Do the Who say wah? Well, who are you? Yep, I'll have that one. Go on. Let that one sneak in. Who are you? Thank you, Em. Let's go to She's gone. She's gone. Let's go to Dave. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, you two.
Hey!
I've been beaten to the punch with Captain Beefheart. With his first single, Diddy Wah Diddy.
Diddy Wah Diddy, yeah.
But there's a bit about the Mighty Wah.
Yeah.
They had other names.
Oh God! Now here's the thing: you're about to open a can of worms. We do finish at 1 o'clock tonight, Dave. So if you could make the list of the different names of Pete Wiley and the Mighty Wah as short as possible, we might be able to squeeze half of them in. Away you go.
Okay. First they were the Wah Heat. Then I think they were the Mighty Wah, and then there was Zembuko Say Wah. Then they were JF Wah. And I think after that there were Wah the Mongrel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the many incarnations
the total list I can
Pete Wiley's band, the Mighty Wah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. How are you doing, Dave? Let's put all the bullshit to one side. Let's put all the nonsense, all the niceties. Push them aside. Let's wipe this whole table clear. The table's clear, Dave. We're not going to make love on the table unless you want to. I'm up for it. But how the
on the table?
Blood on the.
Not on my back.
I'll be on the table. You be on the floor. It don't matter. I've got a winch. I've got a hoist. How are you, David? Got a what? Oh, I've got a hoist.
So I've heard.
A winch.
And a winch.
I'm great. Yeah, I was out working today, and I had a tip off from the police. Someone came back from lunch and said there was some flour for sale in M&S, so I got down there and got some.
Flour?
Not just any flour.
M&S flour.
Flour. No, it wasn't cut with anything. Yeah.
I had a great day. I booked last week. I managed to book a click and collect at Tesco, about 18 miles away from me. Woke up really early, and I thought, I might as well go. Drove there. Only took 35 minutes. A lovely little drive. Listening to How Did This Get Played? Gaming podcast. And I'd never done click and collect before, so I didn't. And basically, it's a shop within the car park of a shop. You follow the signs, and there's a little shop, and you pull up, and I stayed in my car, and a guy comes out and goes, yeah, what's your name? I said, Ian Lee. He said, okay. He disappeared. 2 minutes later, he comes out pulling like a big stacked trolley with all my shopping. He put it down outside the boot of my car. He then said, okay, when you're ready. He went indoors. I got out, put the shopping in my car, got in my car. He came out. We gave each other the thumbs up. I drove off. I've got a full shop, and I've got toilet roll. I've got everything I want. Everything I want. The food. I got drink. I got Monster Munch. I got loads of Monster Munch, and I can wipe my butt as well if I choose to. And I've been choosing not to recently, so I'm living the dream. I got food, baby. I've got food. You know, did someone ask a question? Did that come from a question? I think someone asked a question.
No, it came from observation. That's about your day, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's always
No,
like
but
to
it's
hear
nice
about.
of you to share that. Thanks very much.
Here's something I wanted to talk about. And actually, do you know what? There's so many things I wanted to talk about, but we're so busy playing Wild Poker. And Russ and Will and Steve, I'll get to you in a minute, I promise. But here's something that we might kick around a little bit tomorrow, and it's been in my head for the last 4 or 5 days, and it's only today I've managed to crystallise it into a thought. Okay, so I'm just going to put it out there, and the fact is that if I've thought of it, others will have thought of it as well. This is what let me read you what I've written down. I am scared of things going back to normal. And I'm quite, enjoying is the wrong word. And again, I have to say this because people have got cloth ears. I'm not in any way making light of the people who are ill or the people who are dying or any of the suffering, all right? I'm not in the slightest. But I quite like this lifestyle. I quite like this enforced isolation. I quite like the being forced, and of course it's something I can carry on afterwards. I like being forced to be more careful about my money and more careful about my food. You know, I'm throwing hardly any food away. I like this. It turns out I like living, I guess, in a dictatorship. Do you know what I mean, Kath?
Yeah. Can I make an observation?
Please do.
I think you thrive on routine. I think it's healthy for you to have something that you can count on and to have quite defined parameters to your life. And I think that maybe you find it quite comforting that you're not allowed to do certain things, so they're out of the equation.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Dave? Does what I say make sense, Dave? Do you...
Yeah, it does, I think that it's going to be weird going back. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen straight away either. I think it's all the distancing is still going to carry on for a long time after, it's all died down and a lot of the worst of it's died down. I just got this feeling that it's, and I've been still working, so it hasn't changed that much for me as much as it has for everyone else. But I do quite enjoy the. I obviously enjoy the quiet roads when you're driving about, but I do quite enjoy going shopping without all the sort of noise. Everyone's really quiet in shops. That's something I've noticed. But everyone seems to be quite nervous around everyone else. So when you go into shops, nobody's shouting or sort of screaming. There's just a lot of quiet, which is really odd. But it's got a really eerie feeling to it. I find, which I find quite appealing actually. The world's got a lot quieter.
It has got a lot quieter, and you're right. This strangeness is going to go on for quite a while. I think even when we're allowed out, things are going to be different for a long time before they go back to normal. I think they probably will go back.
I think until there's a vaccine. Until there's a vaccine, I think everyone will be really on edge.
Yeah, and as soon as there's a vaccine, we're all going to be doing it in the streets and just rubbing each other and touching each other. That's going to happen. But I'm scared, and this is not. I'm scared about it going back. I like this. I'm getting very comfortable with this.
Yeah, I can see how people get used to it, and maybe it's for your sanity's, for our sanity's sake.
Our sanity, did you say? Our sanity.
For our sanity's sake, we find something positive about it. Maybe it's that. Just sort of like surrender to it and try. I'm reading again for the first time in ages. I haven't had time to read for flipping ages, for years. Like, not properly. I've not been able to concentrate. I'm reading. I'm spending more time with the kids than I've spent with them for years. I'm able to be here at bedtime. I've not been able to do that for, at least 4 years. So, this whole thing.
All right, listen.
There's plenty of downsides. I haven't seen my mother for months and all this kind of stuff going on.
Trust me. Your mum's doing fine. She sends her love. She's worn out by the time I start the show, so she can't talk to you. But don't worry, she's
oh man,
she's having a great time. All right, we've got 2 more, and someone has suggested patois. That's in, fantastic. Someone has suggested this, and I need all 3 of us. We need to come to a consensus. Hang on. Shut to the heart, and you'll tell me, darling, you give love. wrong one. Hang on.
Oh, no.
You say no already?
I don't think it is.
Okay, well, it's... Dave, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay.
It's more wah.
No, it's the vocoder bit. Doesn't he go whoa, whoa,
Oh, well, then it's whoa.
All right. Yeah, that's a umba, umba, umba.
It's not wah, is it?
Umba, umba, umba. Stuart, his name is Stuart Bumford. You're blocked. Dave, nice to talk to you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go. Oh, people have been waiting for ages. We'll do.
Might be his real name, you know.
Well, could be.
My first boyfriend was called Dean Bottomley.
Okay. Okay. And my mum loves Cox. Brian Cox. Let's go to Will. Good evening, Will.
Hello. Hi, Kath.
Kath's busy doing her nails or something.
Yes.
Double
just
bubble.
to pick up on a small point, I believe that is a talk box rather than a vocoder.
I was listening to Frampton Comes Alive for the first time ever, which is a vocoder, right?
Don't know that one.
Okay. So I was listening to Frampton Comes Alive at the weekend, and okay, it's a talk box.
You know that what a talk box is? It's like
Yes, I know what it is, Will. Get to the point of the call, please, caller. For God's sakes.
I have a valid suggestion for the wah. It's not particularly funny, but I think it's a sound suggestion, which is suave.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, we're having that. Suave is one of my favourite words. Me and Mackenzie used to make jokes about someone coming from Swaziland and speaking Swahili. Yes, suave is in there, Will. Catherine?
I have one more. Ready?
You know, there's a Spanish word as well, suave, and it means smooth.
Yeah, well, suave. That's where suave comes from. I don't know.
What, Spanish?
Yes, suave comes
I have
from...
one more.
Shut up, Will. I'm arguing with my on-air wife. Suave comes from that word, probably. So that's not even a revelation. Doesn't
Probably.
surprise-
Okay. Back to Will and his second go that you're allowing to happen.
With my curry, I had a Peshwari naan.
All right, Will, go away. You're getting on my nerves now. You're getting on my nerves. You just come in to stir up trouble, mate, and that's not what this show's about. This is a kind show. That was.
Can't believe you made us fight.
Yeah, that was. I'm sorry, Kath. That was out of order. That was Will. I mean, I do think you're a dick, but that was Will.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think you're a dick.
Okay, whatever. Steve, you're up next, but maybe a little while yet. Then we've got Jerry, then we've got Tony. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you wish to give us a call. The late night alternative with Ian and Kath, weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
QuickBooks salutes the grit and determination of those who work for themselves. And in these challenging times, they're adapting to support their communities. So together, let's support them in return. Intuit QuickBooks.
My
Visit
neighbour Dave is
quickbooks.co.uk.
fine. He can't hear it. I've asked him a couple of times and he can't
How
hear
did
it.
you wake up this morning? For a soothing night's sleep, choose Temper. Inspired by NASA technology, our mattresses actively adapt to your body, providing unrivaled comfort and support. When you buy online, take advantage of a 100-night trial, 10-year guarantee, free delivery, and up to an extra £200 off your Temper mattress with code TEMPER200. Sale now on. Visit temper.co.uk today. Temper, a mattress like no other.
Enjoy 3 for 2 across Easter eggs and treats when you next visit your local M&S food hall. From our award-winning Fudgy Easter Sunday egg to our famous Percy Pig egg, all our Easter eggs and treats are now 3 for 2. These are not just Easter eggs. These are M&S Easter eggs. Selected stores, T's and C's apply, available now until the 12th of April.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Talk Radio on the Hour Headlines.
I'm Ollie Cole. Good morning. The Prime Minister is spending a second night in intensive care as he continues to be treated for coronavirus. The Foreign Secretary says he's confident Boris Johnson will pull through because he's a fighter. Speaking to Talk Radio, Conservative MP Theresa Villiers echoed that sentiment.
Normally he's so incredibly energetic, so kind of good-humoured, always wanted to
rush around and get stuff done, I'm sure that toughness, that energy will stand him in good stead, and hopefully he'll be out of hospital soon.
Downing Street says the PM is stable and in good spirits. 6,159 patients have now died in hospital after testing positive for COVID-19 in the UK. It's a rise of 786 on the previous day. Well, England's chief medical officer admits the UK has a lot to learn from Germany's coronavirus response. The rate at which deaths have risen has been slower than ours, and Professor Chris Whitty says that's because there's been more testing and it began earlier. He's also admitted care homes will provide some of the biggest challenges during this pandemic.
We have seen already over 9% of care homes have reported cases. I regret to say I think the number will go up over time, despite excellent work by the care home staff, by nurses who go in and by doctors.
Elsewhere, New York State has recorded 731 new coronavirus-related deaths, the biggest one-day jump there yet. Across the US, over 11,000 people have now died. And 750,000 NHS volunteers in England have now started work. Their tasks may include driving patients to appointments, delivering food and medicines, or telephoning those who are self-isolating. Dry and clear through the early hours for most. Chance of the odd shower in parts of the south. Those continuing through the day later. Fine and dry again elsewhere.
Talk Radio. Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
The conductor glared from the window of the bus. To avoid any fuss, I decided to walk. Down the road I had to stop at the local record shop. They were playing music very loud. Asked a girl in the crowd, "Hey love, what's going on?" She made me feel like a leper. Haven't you heard of Sgt. Pepper? The album was released today, and she turned away to listen to the song. Thought it was good, but a little bit slow. I said, gotta go, I have to feed the cat. Got home, took off my shoes, my poor feet all red and bruised. My little toe had begun to swell. Then I heard the bell, somebody's outside. Pair of ladies at my door, with the bloke from the second floor. He has a great head of hair but wonky teeth. I think he's called Keith, but I'm not 100%. Fancy coming for a drink? I briefly paused to think. I'll see you down the pub in half an hour. Gonna jump in the shower, I need to wash my feet. Watch them walk on up the path. I thought I'd really like a bath. I turned on the taps and filled her up. Then looking up, saw a tin up on the shelf. Aromatic bathing salts. Happy Christmas, love, Nan and Walt. I tried to prise open the rusty tin, but the whole lot fell in, it was probably too much. Fancy perfume filled my nose, frankincense and rose. I wonder if I'll smell too feminine. Should I put some lemon in? There's some left in the fridge. So relaxed by the aroma, almost fell into a coma. When I opened my eyes, the bath was cold, and my hands looked old, wrinkly and pale. Stepped out onto the cat, she'd been nibbling on the mat. I gave her sardines and brushed my teeth. I thought, poor old Keith, if that's actually his name. Pulled the plug, hung up my
20 minutes or so of the night I put on with Eddie Large about 3 years ago. We'll have some of that. This is the Late Night Alternative, weeknights from 10. My name is Ian Lee. Who the hell are you, lady?
Catherine Boyle.
Yeah.
His note.
Getting sexy in the midnight hour with all them horny witches. Horny witches. Making love on a broomstick. Stirring that cauldron, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Making love on a full moon. With all them horny witches. Oh.
Yeah, and I've just opened the fire. That Easter egg that I shouldn't have eaten.
Have you heard that before? That's the end of Sgt. Pepper.
Very silly.
Say that again.
Very silly. They did get daft for that album, didn't they?
They did. I don't like Sgt. I like it more than I did, but I'm not a massive. I like it more than I did. I like it more than I did. That's all I'm
We've
gonna
had a
say.
lot of Abbey Road lately. And the girls love it. Well, they're made to love it.
Oh, Abbey Road. Why don't we do it in the Abbey Road? 0344 499 1000. My God, Jerry has got patience. Welcome, Jerry.
Oh, hi Ian, hi Kath.
Hello, Jerry. What you got for us?
Long time listener, first time caller.
Boom.
Actually, you hit on something before because Peter Frampton had that "Show Me the Way," which was the where it started. This is not the one I originally rang about, but it with wah 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 wah. But the one I called about was the Bob Marley.
Oh, and the
Jamming.
Wallers. The what?
Bob Marley.
Yes.
Jamming.
Well, where's the wah in jamming?
Buckshaw wah wah wah.
I'm gonna take your word on that, Jerry, because I don't know. Is it true that Bob Marley was only 5'2"?
I never measured him.
Okay. Someone must have done. If you or your mum measured Bob Marley, 0344 499 1000. I'm going to take. I don't know anything about Bob Marley. Apart from
5'7".
Okay, so he's tiny. So I was pretty close actually. But did you measure him, Kath?
Perfectly good height. I measured him with the aid of Google.
Google's. Jerry, Bob Marley goes on the list.
Thank you.
Anything else, my friend?
Thanks, Jerry.
No. Actually, yeah, but Bob Marley was not killed by Danny Baker. That was that's the old. Apparently, because he had cancer.
Yeah.
In the toe, I think, and then it went spread to the rest of his body.
So you're saying that Danny Baker killed Bob Marley?
It was rumoured by Danny Baker. Yeah, it's a rumour that I think dismissed by Danny, but.
Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? He wants to escape a murder rap,
fact.
and it probably would be a rap these days if.
That's my only Bob Marley fact.
All right, Jerry's Bob Marley fact is that Danny Baker did not kill him. Thank you very much, Jerry. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Steve. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Ian and Kath. How are you doing?
Very, very well, Steve. It turns out that when we die eventually, may God preserve us for many decades to come, the thing we will be remembered for is war poker.
War poker, and I think I've got a couple of wars.
Bring it, bro.
Hand them over.
We've had some cocky young bucks coming in who are confident. Steve has been a little bit cautious there, Catherine. He thinks he's got a couple of wars for us.
He's got something in his pocket he's proud of. Show me.
Well, I'm on the motorway down. I'm on the motorway down to London, so I've got a lot of time on my hands at the minute.
Beautiful.
The first one, the mobile phone company. Who are we?
Huawei.
Did you just hang on? Did you just call them Who Are We?
Yeah, well, it's hard to pronounce though. But
I think it's Huawei. Yes, I think it's Huawei. But Who Are We is just as good as Who Are We? Who are we? Who are we?
Who are we?
All right, Huawei. We'll have Huawei, definitely.
Huawei. The other one, you know when you're on holiday abroad and you have these annoying mini discos before the entertainment at night?
Yes.
There's a song.
Ian doesn't go on those holidays, but I'm more than familiar. Yeah.
I've seen Benidorm, so I know what it's like. Horrible.
There's always a song they always play, and it's goes something along the lines of chi-chi-wah, 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 wah, wah, something like that.
Chi-chi-wah, 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 wah, wah. Chi-chi... Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go. I've just typed it in. Phonetically, and this has come up. Let's.
Compañía. Brazo extendido. Chuchuá, 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 guau, guau. Chuchuá, chuchuá,
that?
Compania.
You might as well just be all coronavirus up and have sneezed on me. That's the most damaging thing I've ever heard in my life. But now that's going to be with me forever.
Yeah, it does. When you do a 14-day all-inclusive holiday, you hear it every night.
I bet I'm going to be walking around the house tomorrow going chi-chi-wah, chi-chi-wah, chi-chi-wah-wah-wah. Bloody hell, Steve. You've infiltrated us.
And what is even funnier, Ian, if you actually look at the video on YouTube, there's a dance to it as well.
Yeah. Well, he's saying put your arms out. He's putting...
No, he's not, Catherine. Oh, by the way...
An instruction song.
Steve, thank you. Have you got anything else, Steve? Because that is horrendous what you've done there. You've trolled us. You've trolled me and you've trolled my listeners.
No, that's all I wanted to do.
Drive safely, mate. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. By the way, Catherine, please don't try and burn me on Twitter without knowing all of the facts. I said that suave probably comes from Spanish with the word suave, and then you posted a thing saying, well, no, it's... Hang on, please, let me finish! I'm talking! God damn it! How dare you? How dare you troll me and then not give me the right of reply? What happened to... You're as bad as YouTube pulling that David Icke video where he was saying coronavirus was made by 5G. You're worse than that. In fact, this is free speech, God damn it. The Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment. You said it's Latin. Latin equals Spanish. What do you say to that?
Oh, okay,
whatever. Thank you. Well,
listen to the tape.
Thank you very much indeed. This is Talk Radio. Play the adverts, please, Amy.
And I forgive you.
Shut up.
Talk Radio. Because you can't watch Trolls World Tour at the cinema, Sky Store is bringing the cinema home to you with Sky Store Premiere.
I'm going to destroy all music, except for rock!
We need to unite the trolls to save all music.
Our brand new service that lets you watch movies at home that would normally be in the cinema.
Rock and roll! Let's go save the world!
Prepare for battle. This ought to be good. Enjoy Trolls World Tour from Monday on Sky Store Premiere, bringing the cinema to you.
This is a message from the government. Coronavirus is a national emergency, life-threatening for people of all ages everywhere in the UK. To help save lives, stay home. Only go outside for food, health reasons, daily exercise, or to work, but only if you cannot work from home. Stay home. Anyone can get it, and anyone can spread it. Coronavirus. Stay home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Late night, Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
Okay, I think we may have a winner. Catherine, in War Poker. Okay, Eddie Large coming up soon. I've just got to listen to it to make sure, but this may be the winner. Here we go.
Go on.
Oh, hang on, I've muted the computer because let's just get this back to the beginning. I've not heard this song for a long time, but here we go. No, it's not a wah. It's a whistle.
Wait, no, the wah 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 comes next. No. It's the next bit. Let it go.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, we've got gold! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in War Poker. When they inevitably make this into a television quiz, War Poker, that's your theme tune right there. Thank you. Who's that? That person needs what I believe they call a name check in the industry. That's Azalea of the South. Azalea of the South. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, Cara. Oh, we're getting some good ones now. All right, hang on a second. Hang on a minute. This will take a... Just indulge me.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and
Anyone who hasn't got kids is going,
I know where this is going.
Where's this got a wire in it? Stay with me.
The people on the bus bound
radio. There's a global pandemic. I'm playing the Wiggles.
The babies on the bus go wow, 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 wow.
They're saying where, it doesn't count. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I want you to call. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I want you to call me. I'm the Terminator. And I said in the film once, I said, I'll be back. I'm back now. It's Tony. Good evening, Tony.
Konnichiwa. I've got a what's it? A Wah song. I think it's pretty solid.
Okay, well, Konnichiwa's been done all right already. So if that was your opening gambit, pretty weak.
What? It's been done already?
Yes, mate, by Ray. Raymondo got the Konnichiwa. Yes.
Yeah, my song's a blinder. It's by Nirvana. And it, oh, God, now it sounds a bit carry on. It's Come As You Are.
Goodbye, Tony. Let's go to Jeff. Let's hope Jeff.
Trombone?
Let's hope. I don't even think he warrants a trombone, Catherine. I would rather personally, and I think Jeff probably feels the same. I would rather personally just pretend that never happened, and if we can edit it out of the online listen again feature, let's just never speak of that call again.
Okay, I'll write a note to the boss.
I'm hoping Jeff can cleanse our palate, can orally, A-U-R, it's pronounced orally, cleanse our ears and our palates with his lovely tongue. Jeff, away you go, sir.
I was hoping to come in with a poker hand winner, but you played a few good ones since I've been on hold, so I was going to come in as a cocky young buck, as you said, but I don't think I'm going to now.
I give you permission, Jeff. If you... Oh, this is Jeff. I give you permission, Jeff. If you want to bail out like a coward, you're welcome to, and we will not think any less of you. We can't think any less of you. But, Catherine...
Well, I'm going to say that's not the Jeff I know. That's not the Jeff I know. Go on, blaze in there.
No, it's built up too much now. It's a strong hand. I'm going to put it that it's a strong hand, but then the baby's on the bus.
Enough preamble, let's have it. Just
right,
get it out there.
I'm all in. Transvision vamp, baby, I don't care. First 10 seconds.
Okay, I like Transvision vamp. I once kissed Wendy James on the ear. So...
Oh, and now you're just making me jealous.
Yeah, here we go. Let's, okay, here we go. We'll have that. That's a great opener to an album, by the way. That's a good album, that. That's, when it's all Transvision Vamp, it's a very...
I don't care about the album, it's a good hand.
It's a great hand. It doesn't beat wah, 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 wah. But it's a good hand.
I think it's pretty good, though. It's the classic falling down a lift shaft wah.
I'm happy with third. After Baby's on the Bus and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I can take
Oh, God, no, Jeff,
that happened when I was on hold.
Jeff, you're not third. No. You're in double figures. But still, a bold effort, my friend. We're just trying to wrap this up. That's why we're just trying to wrap this up, mate. We're just trying to wrap it up. That's all.
I'm upset now.
Good, as you should be. Let's go to James. Listen. There's only one winner in Wild Poker. It's me. Let's go to James. Good evening, James.
We have a different winner. That's me.
Oh, okay, controversial.
So check out "Down with the Sickness" by Disturbed.
What? That sounds awful. Down.
111 million views on YouTube. I'm shocked, but.
Oh.
Go on, Kath. What?
James, embarrassing. But Will on Twitter is just. I think he's won.
Why?
I think he's won.
Well, what's going on? I've got Down with the Sickness. What's happening?
Elton John. Crocodile Rock. There's so many wahs in that.
Well, let's see if Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. How far into this horrendous-looking song do I have to...
Literally the first 20 seconds. There might be an F-bomb.
Oh, this is awful.
There might be an F-bomb. Now he tells us.
Goodbye, James. Goodbye. Outrageous, these scumbags. Jerry, good evening, Jerry. Jerry, can you hear us? Jerry,
no
can
Jerry.
you hear it? Can you talk to Jerry? I'll tell you why, because not only am I getting the echo from my line, as if Jerry's there, I'm also
there's no
getting...
Jerry.
There's no... I know there's no... But is he not there at all? Jerry!
Hello.
Here we go. Because, Catherine, you need to talk to him. Hang on a minute, Jerry, because I'm getting the echo on my line, and then I'm getting a double echo on his phone. At least if you talk to him, you'll only get the double echo.
Jerry, what's going on? Can you sing it for us, Jerry? Because I'm not getting any of this.
Nobody will. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, mate. I'm going to change this and say it to you. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. Change the situation. Situation. Everything situation. Everything situation. You are all not hello. You still there?
Yeah, we're still there. Is that sorted, Jerry? What were you trying to say?
That's right in the box. I'm pretty real, Jesus. That's right in the box.
Oh, Jerry, my darling, I'm really sorry. I can't get any of this tonight. Starsky and Hutch, there it is. Starsky and Hutch. Ian, can you find Starsky and Hutch? Is there a wah in that?
No, there's no wah in that. It's just like a wah-wah pedal, but it's no. You're not going to hear a wah in there. Let's have a Starsky and Hutch theme. Starsky and Hutch theme. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's find it on the old tube delay. Starsky Hutch theme. Here we go. I think everyone's going to be very, very disappointed. Here we go. He means that bit, doesn't he? Well.
Wow.
No. It's well. It's wheel.
It's more wow.
No, it's not. It's not even that. If you listen, it's wheel.
It turns into a wow.
Awful, Jerry. Absolutely awful. You've wasted everybody's time yet again.
Sorry, Jerry.
Sorry, Jerry. Good evening, Isla.
Hello, Ian. On this one, we'll meet again. Don't know when, don't know when.
Isla, put the phone.
Yeah?
Put the phone down. Thank you very much indeed. 03444. Hang on, is this another? Hang on.
I mean,
is this another? Is this a different Isla? Hello? Hello? It's another Isla. Hello, who's this?
Spooky.
Hello?
It's another withheld number.
It's a withheld number. I see.
Number,
I see. All right, let's get rid of those losers. I don't want to talk to these losers. I don't want to talk to any of these losers. God damn it, piece of trash. So, Amy, just to clarify, you're telling me that at 32:30, I will throw directly to Mr. Edward McGuinness, or as we know him, Eddie Large, and it goes straight into it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
I like your style. I like to move it. Let me just take this call straight to air. Let's go to line one. Line one, you're on the wireless.
Hello there, how are you, Ian?
We haven't got time for any of this stuff.
For any of what stuff?
This stuff.
Going to call up and say for the wire thing, as I could be correct, but then I could be wrong. I've only been listening for about half an hour now.
Okay. One of those. It's one of those options. You could be correct or you could be wrong.
It could be. Ian. No, there are three options. He could be completely wrong. He could be a bit wrong, or he could be not wrong at all.
Here we go.
Well, I know that I'm right in my answer, but I don't know if anybody else has actually given you.
As I said at the start of this, we don't really have time for this. So let's get straight into there. What have you got?
George Harrison, Wah Wah.
The second one we did.
Okay, sorry, I was obviously not listening.
Go and give your bottom a severe spanking.
I'm going to. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you very much indeed. Did you hear the pleasure in his voice? Disappointment, Catherine. Then I gave him a little project to do, and he perked up.
I like it when they're grateful.
Perked up massively. Oh, God, I'm in lockdown. There's a global pandemic, and I've failed on the road. What's that, sir? You want me to spank my bottom? Oh, I've got a mission. You've given me a reason to live.
You're welcome.
I think the rest of this week is Wah Poker. I just feel it taking on a life of its own. I thought this was going to be a throwaway 5-minute game. My God, it's what the world. This is as effective, and I'm going to say it, as the Queen's speech was on Sunday.
It certainly has touched a lot of souls.
I'm not going to make a joke about that because that would be. Excuse me.
Did you see the stuff on Twitter where people had taken the fact that she's wearing a green dress and run with it and superimposed a lot of their own designs?
I think every one of those people should be executed at the Tower for doing that, because that is deeply offensive and deeply upsetting, and she is a great woman. She's a greater woman than you'll ever be, Catherine. Greater woman than any woman will ever be.
Oh, she's better than all of us.
She is better than all of us. How dare people green screen? I've not seen any of them. I'm guessing like boobs on there, phallus.
No, nothing like that. No. Star Trek uniforms.
That's what I would do.
Like Mario and Luigi, all that kind of stuff. It was all very respectful. It's all very tastefully done.
Justin Hayward, not of Nights in White Satin, is saying the Beach Boys' Wipeout is full of wahs. Wipe it out, wipe out, wipe it out, one by wipe it out, wipe out. One by wipe it out, wipe out, wipe out. One by wipe it out, wipe out. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's more why, isn't it?
Yeah. Someone has just 28 seconds ago, Mike Warren tweeted this. Imagine tweeting this at midnight. Do-wah diddy diddy dum.
It's as if he's not got work in the morning.
It's outrageous. Do-wah diddy diddy dum diddy do. Oh, someone, have we got time? Well, we haven't got time, Colin, but someone thinks they may have found the earliest wah. Fats Domino's, the Fat Man, the second half of it from 1949, it may be the earliest wah. Colin, we haven't got time to check that out, I'm afraid, but this will, I promise you, this will. Oh, it was a new 5 Guys a Week tonight. This will carry on in tomorrow night's show, and we'll probably carry on. I tell you what, we'll play this for the entire time we're in lockdown. That's it. No other content from us. It's that.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, I know what my listeners want, and they want Wah Poker. Right. We have to move on because Eddie Large passed away at the weekend, and 78 years old. He had heart trouble, went into hospital, and he caught COVID-19 while he was in hospital. Really, really sad. His family weren't allowed, obviously, to go and see him. I think they spoke to him the night before. Which must give them some comfort when you're kind of grasping for comfort. And we had Eddie on the show when everyone was dying in 2016. Me and Kath decided to get people on that meant a lot to us and tell them that we loved them before they passed away. And Eddie was lovely, was really charming, very humble. And there's something, we just clicked. And I kind of stayed in touch with him, which I don't normally do with guests. And I put forward the idea of doing an evening. He really, really didn't want to do it. He was nervous. He thought people wouldn't be interested. People would have forgotten him. We did it. It was a huge success. One of my proudest achievements. You're now going to hear about 20 minutes of me chatting in front of a large audience with Eddie Large. Let's just bring him on. A nice big round of applause for the star of the evening. It's Eddie Large. Come on in. Thank you, Eddie. Right, how you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I've just been on my life support. Brilliant.
He had a blood transfusion backstage. The drugs and booze have gone. Now it's vitamin C. When was the last time you were on stage?
About half an hour.
No,
ago.
not tonight.